I hatched the world's biggest versus smallest eggs.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here...
You ever see videos of when people cook ostrich eggs? Not ones with actual fetuses in them. Disgusting. It's so much egg. Too much egg. And it looks gross. I gotta look up a video of that. Bro, what is he using, a hacksaw to open the egg? Oh.
That's the hardest part done. Now, into a bowl first. Look at this. Whoosh. Boy, look at that.
Well, I don't need an instant replay. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look good to me. Maybe Gordon Ramsay will chef this up. But I feel like the egg consistency looks like... Oh, my God. It looks like mud. Oh, he's actually soft scrambling it. Oh, God. Worst way to eat eggs, Gordon. I'm sorry. Just give me a fried egg. Ew! Like, bro, that's not... Okay, that's not even the ostrich egg. That's just the way that Gordon Ramsay made those eggs. I don't want that.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here is one of the smallest. I'm hatching 3...
Baby birds are gross. Oh, my God.
It's the best pet. But as they grew...
Bro, he raised an ostrich into adulthood. I still believe this is the biggest animal by weight that I could take down in a fight. I think I got a 20% chance of killing an ostrich. Bare hands.
I lost my space, my sleep, and my sanity. But I didn't realize this would be the most expensive, dangerous, and emotionally draining video I've ever made.
I can't do this anymore.
What's the world's smallest egg? That's got to be like a bug or something. Has the world's smallest egg. Smallest bird egg? A quail egg? A quail egg's the smallest bird egg?
20 duck and 100 quail eggs. Each one needs their own incubator, but it didn't take long.
Oh my God! No, that just gave me flashbacks, bro. Did y'all ever raise like ducks? Or like chicklets or whatever they're fucking called? Chickens? Are they chickens? Are they ducks? What did we raise when we were in school, in like elementary school? It was chicks, right? Yeah, baby chickens in class. And you would have like a thing. It was like, yeah, like kindergarten, preschool. Y'all did that? Yeah. We raised in, well, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of U.S. schools, you raise like baby chicks.
Some struggle, but it's only a matter of time. The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos.
I've seen a few dead ones. You ever see a dead one on the ground? It's sad, but it's gross. It like fell out of the nest or the mom rejected it. I've seen that before. Where you're walking on the side of the road and there's just like a dead baby bird on the side of the ground.
The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos, the stress, and the danger I didn't see coming.
Oh my God. All right, guys, so I have some bad news. A fox got into the incubator and killed all of the quail eggs. All of the quails are gone. Here's the footage. It's just a fox just chowing down on
Now, the quail are impossibly small.
Look at this. I'm a dad.
I would be mortified that I would fucking accidentally, like, drop one and step on it. Like, especially when they follow you. I've seen a lot of videos of, like, baby chicks follow, like, whoever's near them because they think that, like, they're your mom or dad. They think you're the parent, and they follow you around. I'd be like, bro, what if I trip and step on one? It would instantly die.
Bigger than a coin and lighter than a piece of pasta. I'll be raising them to adulthood along with the duck and ostrich. But I move them into their...
I would love to own a duck.
...brooder because a duck is...
Wah, 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 wah.
...is about to...
What does a baby duck look like? This is all new to me.
...hatch. You can see it just barely moving. he takes his first breath of air. Piece by piece, the shell began to split. It now just hangs by a thread. Welcome to the world, little one.
Oh my god, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Outside of the fact that it's sopping wet. I thought it would come out looking like a regular bird. I didn't think it would already have like the bill.
But he has no idea of the journey he was about to face ahead. But unlike the quail, they will bond to the first moving thing they see. It is usually their mother, but in this case, it is me.
Do they really just bond to the first thing they see? That's so awesome, dude. You just could start a duck army.
6 of them hatched, and only 1 egg remained. They follow me absolutely everywhere.
Oh my god! There's no way!
Even
Oh my
places,
god, and they're so adorable, bro. They just trip on their own feet and shit.
There's no way!
even places I'd wish they hadn't.
Oh, my dog does that. Dogs do that, bro. You ever take a shit with your dog in the room? It's mad awkward. Get used to it. Daisy will just wander in, taking a dump. She'll just be like, what's up? I always wonder if she knows I'm taking a shit.
They literally would not leave my sight and will look up to anyone who is human.
This is crazy. Oh my god! Hi. You just hit my face.
But a single duck is bigger than all the quail combined.
Can't you buy duck and chick eggs for like pennies? Like they're very cheap. How much are duck eggs? $7. That's so cheap. I feel like it would be more. You're buying a living thing, $7.
Oh my god. Dude, there's a freaking ostrich in here.
They could hatch any day now. But my home isn't exactly made for ostrich farming. Yet.
This might work.
We ordered enough
That would stress me the fuck out. Oh my god, having to open that many packages. Oh. What do you do with all the cardboard? Oh.
supplies to turn my entire office into the perfect nursery. The ducks will be the first ones to call this home.
What are you doing?
But they can't survive without their mom.
Oh my god.
This is day 2.
Ew, was that shit? Oh my god. Nah, they're pooping on him. Stop. No, that's ruining the whole. No. I was like, oh no, the duck would be sick. Oh fuck no. If he eats that shit.
with the ducklings. They cannot fall asleep without me.
Was he just eating his own poop?
And the quail aren't perfect either.
No.
This one couldn't figure out how to walk.
What's going on with you? I feel so bad.
This is called splayed leg.
That's not good.
If we don't do something soon, he may never walk again.
Oh my god.
But if I take a Band-Aid, cut off a slice, and wrap it around his legs, then it may give him a chance. Only time will tell. But 3 days later, a duck was still stuck in an egg. And this was no normal duckling. He is almost completely black. Up until now,
Is that the noise it just made?
every duck has been identical. If they think he's different, they may kill him. But I didn't have time to find.
What? What? They'll do that. Ducks do that. They'll murder their siblings if they think they're different.
Will be unlike anything you've ever seen.
Oh my god, hi.
But our black duckling was ready to meet the others.
Welcome home.
Oh, hell no. They're already beating him up.
They didn't realize he's their sibling. He is trampled and attacked from every side.
Oh my god, they're picking on you.
Ducklings can rarely survive on their own, and he needs to bond with the others. So,
But, like, what's wrong with him? What's, like, they don't like that he's black? I don't understand. He just has a different fur color. What is the difference between, when does a duck become a mallard? Why are they all yellow? Like, if I had to guess, that one would be a mallard.
I had an idea. The laser gives them something else to attack, and for
What's a mallard? The ones that you, Oh my god, they chase lasers. That's awesome. You know what a mallard is. You always see them. Dude, this is like prime TikTok us in another universe. I love seeing this iconic duo in the wild. You ever see this shit in a pond? I think that's the female, that's the male. But it's a mallard and a little duck. And they're always like near each other and shit.
But after an hour, I still can't tell if they accept him. They were so exhausted that it was time for a nap. And that's where it happened. He is now part of their family. He is one of their own. But did the quail finally learn how to walk? He definitely looks better than before, but I would have to take off the bandage to find out.
Look! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he walks fine now. What the fuck? What do splayed legs mean?
Worked! Look at him go!
Like it didn't know how to functionally stand up?
But the baby ostrich also have to learn to walk. They aren't much different from a toddler.
Oh god, do they just have one toenail? Oh, fuck. Oh my god. It just has one toenail? Ugh. It's just
Different from a
oh my god. Ugh, stop.
toddler. Anything more than a few steps is just too much for them. But one ostrich is just a little dumber than the rest. We decided to name him Peanut. But they will get over 300 pounds each. We can only hope they will stay this way. And by day 10, the ducks had to learn how to swim.
Oh my god!
They gotta learn how to swim? I feel like that'd just be like a genetic, like, wouldn't you think that ducks would just know that shit? Because they already just float. They just gotta paddle.
Their feathers act as a natural life jacket.
Oh my god, my babies, they've grew so much. Look at them. Oh my god.
Yo, can we shave the weird tuft of hair on the back of this one's head? I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't. It's. I don't like that. I feel like it needs to be like this one.
My babies, they've grew so.
Yeah, give that one a haircut, bro. He's edgy.
But since they are still babies, their feathers are not waterproof.
Oh my god, this one's shaking.
In the wild, their mother will keep them dry. But for quail, water doesn't do the trick. Instead, they take dust baths.
That's sick.
It looks strange at first, like they're making more of a mess. But the dust kills any parasites that may be in their feathers. But they were starting to grow wings and will soon learn how to fly. The ostrich, however, have finally learned how to walk, but they haven't learned how to
Okay, I will say I do love ostriches more than ever now, but it's still as lame as fuck they're a bird that can't fly. Like, I wish they would be, that would be awesome if ostriches were that big and were able to fucking fly. They could run. Yeah, they could run, but it's like, why are you a bird? You know, what's the point of being a bird if you can't fly?
think.
Look at this one. He's been pecking at the wall for 2 hours. What is he doing?
I have no idea what he's thinking, but probably not much. They don't understand the concept of food. They will try and eat anything, even if that means the $5,000 camera.
What is going on? This is crazy.
Some of them have figured out how to drink, but Peanut,
Oh no, 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 no. What are you doing? What? Get out of.
Do you think, how do you know, how does he know that one's Peanut? Because they all look the same to me. Do they look different to y'all? Like, maybe, yeah, one is being progressively more and more stupid. It's the dumb bird. Yeah, but how do you know it's not a different bird? I feel like you just, like, ankle tag him.
Get out of there. Are you kidding me? This is your own fault.
Hello? The blow dryer managed to trip the breaker, but even with all their problems, they have never failed to amaze me.
Nah, that would be so chill. Movie night with the ostriches. Oh, stop. They're all fucking cuddled up sleeping.
They're the most affectionate animals I've ever owned. Especially Peanut. Within 2 weeks, the ducks had grown too big to live inside. So we constructed a massive fence so they could finally learn how to hunt.
Ducks can fly, right? When do ducks learn how to fly?
In the wild, bugs make up a large part of their diet. So how about a wasp nest?
Yo, he should do a video where he raises platypus. Platypuses. That'd be fucking sick. Just like really weird animals.
Wasps themselves are too dangerous, but their larvae make a far better meal. This is a healthy snack, but the sun is the real threat. They overheat rather quickly, and panting is a sign of stress.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
So I made them a water park. And as it turns out, I wasn't invited to the after party. But in the ostrich pen...
Wet socks is probably the worst vibe ever. Having sop and wet shoes. Ugh.
But in the ostrich pen, something is wrong.
Oh my god, did it die? And you know he probably got the most attached to the ostriches too. Because there's like so many fucking quails.
I just want to go to bed.
They're all convinced I'm their mother.
Oh, not my ear, please. I love you guys, but this is just too much.
They can't go more than an hour without me.
Look at them all.
In contrast, the quail grew more independent with age.
No, no, no.
Unfortunately, they had all learned how to fly.
No.
Now, they are fully feathered and fully grown.
What does he do? Release them into the fucking wild? At that point, it's like, bro, you have too many birds. They're just flying around your fucking house.
Oh. Oh my.
The ducks, however,
Covered in piss. Why is that water yellow?
grown.
Oh.
Water's fucking straight yellow.
Oh my.
The ducks, however, have grown way too big for the bath.
Oh my god.
This is the moment I realized they don't belong in my home.
All right, the hair's kind of growing on me. Yo, he's got sick ass. He's got like a flow state going on right here. You see this shit? Oh my god, wait, no, this one actually has so much more aura than the others.
They don't belong in my home.
Nah, bro, that's like a sick ass tuft of hair now. Oh my god, bro, he literally has a fucking afro.
The bath quickly became a swamp.
They're biting my feet. They're trying to eat my feet.
Or not an afro, not a mohawk.
We need to find a better solution.
I mean, what could we use that's bigger than this?
Fortunately, I had the perfect thing. So, not to brag, but this is probably the
He
coolest
just shit in the pool.
thing I've ever done.
Nah, watching them swim under the water is fucking so cool.
But that's when it hit me. They weren't babies anymore. None of them were. They don't belong here.
Freaking disaster.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh my god, does he have to like let them go?
They barely sleep. I haven't shaved and the house smells awful. But there is a place that's willing to take them. The only catch, they're over 20 hours away.
Oh my god, road tripping with fucking so many ducks in your car.
Time for a road
10 hours in.
trip.
I'm taking them to one of the greatest animal rescues in the country, run by someone I'm proud to call my friend.
Welcome to the Urban Rescue Ranch.
Bro, what? I feel like I've watched him with like Forrest Galante.
What's up, Ben?
This place is a sanctuary to many.
Oh my God, he owns kangaroos.
This place is a sanctuary to many forms of life. From an actual bobcat.
Oh my God.
To the nicest foxes you've ever seen.
Oh, it's so nice
I love the noises they make.
to meet you.
Have you ever heard a fox like cry really happily? Right?
How are you feeling? You enjoying the summer weather? Amongst all my weeds?
Oh my God. You know foxes are self-domesticating themselves. Like, in a few generations, like our generations, not fox generations, they're basically just going to be like, not dogs or cats, but they're going to be much more friendly to people than they've ever been.
And the ducks, well, they got an entire pond to themselves.
Oh, welcome home, guys.
Oh my God, but actually having to leave them is kind of really sad. Because he effectively was their mom.
And the ostriches will get to roam free on over 3 acres of land. And in only a few years' time, they will look like this. Soon, they will have babies of their own, and the cycle will continue all over again.
Wow. Loved that video. Loved it. Loved it. Amazing.
And driving.
I have seen cops do that. Like, literally, you turn your head, they're like to the right of you on a highway, just like texting on their phone.
He's not coming.
Or just speeding like crazy.
And you're not free yet. I'm sorry, comm center, can you go ahead?
Your chief is coming down here, whether I got called him or your fat f***ing ass is bringing them down here.
And I'm not sure if I asked for another one, but I'll take one. He's
Yo, nice Pathfinder, buddy. Is this Elise?
refusing to identify
She just keys the car.
himself.
I'm asking for your supervisor.
Supervisor can come down, but not my chief.
Your supervisor's gonna come here.
Okay,
Because you have no business pulling me over.
okay. But you were trying to pull me over.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I was behind you. Can you determine from
This
your...
is making no fucking sense. Do you think he's sober? I don't think he actually wanted to pull her over. I think he was like, let me annoy this cop for an extended period of time and see how long it takes for her to fucking get mad. Like, I'm assuming he thought he was just going to drive away in like 5 minutes.
Here's what's safe, because this says right here that may appear to be closer than...
10-4, do we have any recent contacts?
You see, I wasn't close to you. But if you look in the mirror right now, it says objects may be farther away. No, that's actually not true. I'm not making sense right now because what he said didn't make sense. He's saying that she thought he looked closer because the mirror. But in mirrors, you look further away. Right? No. He's not. You're stuttering? I know! Because I was trying to make a joke, but what he said didn't make any sense. When you look in a rearview mirror, do things look further away or closer than they are? It's further. He's saying, I only look like I was riding your ass because your rearview mirror. But your rearview mirror makes everything look further away. It's not closer. It's not closer. Why would they need to inform you of that? Chat, it's further. The objects in the rear view look further than they appear. Oh my God, it's closer. My life is a lie. My life is a lie. So what he's saying is right. Objects in the mirror are close. Wait, no, I'm right. I'm right. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. So they appear further. We're miscommunicating here, chat. We're all on the same wavelength right now. We're on the... No. Listen. You're saying that they're closer. I'm saying they appear further. We're saying the same thing in different fonts, okay? No, we're saying the same thing. No. We're saying the same thing. That's AI? It's not AI. Why would that be AI? So what is he saying? Oh my God, why am I so confused? Ho. All I want for this holiday season is a customizable Cash App debit card. Do you know where I could get one of those? Oh, the sponsor of today's video, Cash App, could provide one for you. Now is never a better time to get in on the customizable Cash App debit card, which enables you to get exclusive discounts on everyday purchases like coffee, video games, food delivery, and more. And you can even draw a little fun figurine on your Cash App debit card. Look, it can glow in the dark too, which is the coolest thing. That's the one that I've ordered. You should probably get that one in case you're ever in a bind where you need a glow in the dark card. You never know when you're going to need one of those, but it's really cool. The Cash App debit card also has no hidden fees. There's no monthly charges, no minimum balance requirements. You also get exclusive pre-sale ticket access to some of your favorite music artists if you're a fan of concerts like Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. There's way more. And for a limited time only, new Cash App customers over the age of 18 can earn $10 if they sign up with code CASH10 at profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend or more within the first 14 days. And if you're 13 to 17, you can request a parent or guardian sponsored account, use code CASH10 at profile at sign up, and get $10 dropped into your account when you order and activate a Cash App card and send $5 or more to a friend within the first 14 days. Terms apply. Thank you to Cash App for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Because this says right here that may appear to be closer than C.
10-4, do we have any recent...
No, C's wrong. May appear to be closer. He's lying. That's the exact opposite of what it says.
contacts with it?
Stand by.
I'm lost. When you're driving a car and you look in the rearview mirror, something that is 30 feet away might look 60 feet away. It's actually closer than they appear. His dumbass is saying, I wasn't actually tailing you, officer. I only look like I was because your mirror made it seem that way, when it does the exact fucking opposite. Okay, why am I getting angry?
Confirming you said one's failing to identify.
10-4, the driver is.
10-4.
Scream for help. Get out of the car and scream for help.
The driver is talking to his own child who's also in the vehicle.
Oh my God.
To his own child who's also in the vehicle.
Start screaming for help.
He's now got his child stepping out of the car to scream for help.
Help! What a terrible dad.
Bud, you don't have to do that.
Okay, he's going to do it.
Hey, but you don't have to listen to your dad right now. Oh.
Help! 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 He's actually requesting a supervisor now, if one is available.
This is the weirdest body cam video I think I've ever seen.
It's not your supervisor.
Nope, he's on his way.
Okay.
We could just sit here and wait.
He's on his way. What do you think, he's gonna fucking teleport here? Where's your supervisor? I don't know, I pulled you over a minute ago.
For him.
Ooh, this guy means business. You could tell he's the supervisor. Look at that walk. Big dog. Big dog just arrived. He about to kick some shit in.
Because you were doing something illegal. I wasn't. I was behind you.
Okay.
Honking my horn at you is not illegal. I'm allowed to honk my horn all I want.
Okay. Sounds good.
He's still screaming. What the fuck? Dude, so can the cops not be like, yo, kid, don't listen to your dad right now. What the fuck is happening? What is the plan?
Help! 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 Sir, do you want me to explain the law to you? Or do you want my supervisor to?
The law that I was honking my horn at?
No, that you have to identify.
Oh my God, wait, no, that's not the supervisor. That's not the supervisor. I was dead wrong. I feel like he's just the fellow officer on the scene.
Only if I had committed
Damn, yo, somebody make that guy the supervisor. He got an oral walk to him.
a crime, which I have not done.
I told you the reason.
No, that's not crime. Honking the horn at you is not a crime. You do realize that, right?
You're just getting yourself more tickets.
What law is honking the horn at you?
Okay.
What law, you dumb fat is honking the horn at you?
So the tickets I'm going to give you is for following too closely and unlawful use of horn are the 2 ones. That's furthering my reason for the ticket. And then if you don't...
Wouldn't that be a disturbing the peace, actually? Because if you, like, I understand what he's saying where he's like, I'm allowed to use my horn, but following too closely is illegal. And if it's like, dude, these, like, there's homes here. Like, he would just get arrested for just being a nuisance.
Give me your driver's license.
Where do you put your supervisor? Once I ask for your supervisor, you're done.
Does he, but they always, dude, they always do this in body cam videos where they're like, yo, bring me your supervisor. Do they think, like, the vibe just changes when the supervisor shows up and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry she was mean to you, sir.
You're supposed to go wait in your vehicle until he comes.
Okay. I don't have to wait. And I'm not going to. I'm going to wait right here.
How long would it take for, like, the horn to run out? Or, like, break? If he just held that down. Hours? No. I feel like it'd be like a minute. Years? Now we're Googling it. This has, somebody's answered this question. If you hold down a car horn nonstop, when does it break? It'll eventually kill the battery. Depends how fast. Ooh, voice crack. Cheap horns might overheat in under a minute. Good ones drain the battery, potentially lasting hours or until it's too weak. So it'll just get more faint.
Is it going to be funny when I tell the judge that I was following behind you honking the horn because you were doing something wrong? And I just had a conversation with the day officer yesterday that says that I have the right to do something.
Yo, I feel bad for the kid, bro. Like, this is his dad. Like, this is just, like, this is like I feel like this is like an everyday thing. Because the kid wasn't like, what? He was like, the dad went, go, just step out of the car and start screaming for help. And he was just like, okay. And just did it. Like, not questioning his dad being like, yo, what? This is not normal.
Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah, you dumb.
Okay, perfect. I know who he is. I'm gonna go back to my squad real quick and get some tickets.
We got 3 people now. What are they doing, bro? Just like, I feel like these 2 are just standing here.
You can't write me tickets. I asked for your supervisor, you fat man.
I'm recording. So, what's this stop for?
I feel like one of the cops should just go and intimidate him, you know? Pull one of these.
So I was going down Church Street, and he was flashing his lights at me, like following like this close. I turned here, he's blaring his horn at me, so I pulled over. He got a hunter me, and I pulled him over for following too close, and to see if he was in distress. He's failing to identify himself. I just happened to know because Kim had said she dealt with.
All right, let's take our bets. Do you think that they get in a physical altercation by the end of this video? Yes. I think this will end with someone, like him running, somebody chasing him, and then either a fist being thrown or a taser.
Somebody who is very uncooperative, and I think it's him. Can I take him to jail for not identifying himself?
I mean, we know who he is.
Now,
So,
I'm gonna give him an instruction.
No, I know she's trying to be a dick, but I feel like it's valid. She's like, can we take him to jail for not identifying himself? Because he's being an asshole, bro.
Okay.
yeah.
And following too close.
Yeah, if you wanted to start working on those, and we'll get them out of here.
This fat yesterday was on the phone with me yesterday, and that's why she's here now.
Hey, Joe. What's up, man? I'm the supervisor. You want to talk to somebody?
Yes. Can I get out for a second?
Just stay put. I can talk to you right here.
Okay. I was coming off of Ellis Street.
Oh my God, he has to be like inebriated, bro.
This dumb came off of fucking Main Street, had no blinker on when she made the turn. She was as well on her phone. I followed her down the road because I talked to somebody yesterday that made it very clear that if I had a problem with one of the officers that I can most definitely make a complaint about it.
Okay.
So I was...
Yeah, that's usually where you call in and complain about an officer, not just follow them and lay on your horn for 5 minutes.
Followed her down the road to figure out who she was.
Joe, can I speak to your supervisor? Yeah, hold up. Hey, how's it going? What can I do for you? What's the problem we have today?
And I was flashing my light and honking my horn.
Were
and
you
now
behind her or in front of her?
I was behind her.
Okay.
And now she thinks she has the right to give me a ticket for honking my horn. I got every right to honk my f***ing horn.
How close were you to her?
I was a car lengths behind her.
Okay.
She swerved and hit the f***ing curb like a dumb bitch with her car over here.
Yeah, so he could go around me.
And I was nowhere close to being by her. Did I drive any closer to anybody else than I do any other day in the world?
Asking his kid to back him up. Dude, I have like really good driving. You know I'm a good driver, right? You know, like normally when you're like whenever you look up from like your iPad and shit, like you see that I'm like obeying traffic laws. Like he knows what the rules of the road are. Bro, when I was that young, when I was like 7 years old, we could be 5 blocks away from where I live, and it was like I was in a different universe. It was like I was in a different universe. Before I even knew how to drive, I was like lost. Like getting one place to another. Yo, you never have to know. You just sit in the car and you teleport. You don't need to know directions.
Here, so I didn't see exactly what happened, but she says you're following too close behind her.
What
She
is
stops
too
it for
close?
that.
No, that's not what she stopped me for.
Yo, okay, I gotta say, side conversation, people, I don't know, maybe it's just New Jersey. People on highways fucking drive like maniacs, bro. Not even just like Jersey slide shit. I'm saying in general, we'll be going 80 miles an hour on a fucking highway, and somebody's actually 6 feet behind me. If we're going down a rural road and the speed limit's 25 miles an hour, that's fine. But if I'm going 80 and you're 6 feet behind me and I tap my brakes, you're almost hitting me. Like, the fuck, dude. And I'll slam. The other day, I'm driving on the highway. I slam on my brakes because somebody else slams on their brakes. The car behind me slams and pulls off the road so they don't hit me. Like, they pull into the grass. They don't crash, but then they get back on the road. I'm like, dude, just stop tailing me. We're both getting to the same place at the same fucking time.
For flashing your lights or what?
She said I was honking my horn at her because I was trying to get her to stop. I was not following too closely.
Okay.
Can you guys prove it? What is the law when it follows too closely? What does the mirror say when you read that? What does that say? If you guys are so smart. Objects in mirror appear closer than they are.
It has nothing to do with what it says in the mirror.
Yeah, it does. It is a lawful statement.
Objects in the mirror appear closer than they are isn't true. What? Objects in the mirror may be closer. He's reading it wrong! He's reading it wrong! No! Chat, he's reading it wrong. I'm not getting over this.
Closer than
Objects in mirror appear closer than they are. That is the opposite of what it says. Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. He can't fucking read. He can't fucking read. This is why it says 40% of the fucking U.S. American adults are illiterate, because he has the reading level of a fucking 3rd grader. Objects in the mirror appear closer than they are. That he's saying that they look closer than they are. It's saying the opposite. Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear, meaning they look further than they are.
They are.
It has nothing to do with what it says in the mirror.
Yeah, it does. It is a.
Why are the cops not saying this back to him? Nobody understands. I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like I'm crazy right now. You're wrong. I feel like I'm fucking losing my mind. I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. That's what it says.
Lawful statement on there.
Why do you always have to be so confrontational when you deal with us?
Because you guys.
He does this often?
This is about transparency. I have been being harassed by my neighbors time after time again, and you guys allow it to happen. This called me yesterday harassing me and then now she's pulling me over because she's breaking the law. And you guys want to write me a ticket because you don't want to sit in front of a judge in front of one of your...
Talking on her cell phone?
Is it against the law to be using electronic devices while operating a vehicle? Is it against the law in the state of Wisconsin?
Not to talk on your cell phone like this. No, it is not.
Since when is it not to be on your phone?
In a construction zone, it is. If you're on your phone like this, you can be hands-free in a construction zone, but you can be on your cellular device talking on the phone like this. That is not illegal. Okay, for us or for anybody driving, unless you're in a construction zone.
Okay.
Okay, so if she's on her cell phone,
I don't care what
she
you guys
can be
are
on
doing.
there talking.
Anytime you guys are doing something wrong, this is what it's going to be. And if you guys are going to try to pull me over and give me a ticket for doing something wrong, we can take it to court and we can make this a
take it to court. You're gonna fucking small claims court. You're gonna pay a lawyer. You're gonna fucking pay a lawyer to get what, fucking $500 out of this. You're gonna pay a lawyer so you don't have to pay a ticket. You're gonna spend more on the lawyer than if you just fucking paid the ticket.
You're right.
Madison.
That's your right to take it to court, Joel. Just like you took that disorderly conduct ticket to court when we dealt with you down at the school.
This dumb bitch literally said in front of my kids
it ain't
that
gonna do you any good argument.
I don't give a f, dude. What are you gonna do? Not a f***ing thing. Because obviously you're letting this fat f do what the f she wants anyways.
She's just doing her job.
No, she's not.
If you don't agree with it, you can argue
How
in
is
court.
she doing her
We're not
job?
gonna argue
What
out
is the
here.
law when it comes to traveling too closely in the city? In the
Following
city.
at an unsafe, unreasonable distance
And
where you
what
wouldn't
it
have
is?
time to brake.
Oh, so when that fat hit the curb back there, I didn't have time to go around her?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Ask that fat she hit the curb.
I can ask her.
Bro, he keeps calling her fat. Like, she's not fat, and you're also not in that great of shape, big dog. You look like, bro, what? You look like an average, like, he's acting like he's like Arnold. Like, you're, like, dude, you're a very normal guy at, like, judging other people's body types.
Because that proves that I wasn't close enough to hit her, because when she hit the curb, then I would have hit her, wouldn't you?
Oh my God! And then he's gonna pull away, and he's gonna tell his kids, he's gonna be like, "Gee, this is why the cops in this city suck."
Not.
Fight in court, Joe. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you all day. Okay?
Well, yeah, because you're a f***ing dumb, fat, worthless piece of shit.
Hang tight until she's done, and then you're free to go after that.
Give me no tickets to the window.
Well, we're gonna give them to you. So, yeah, I can't hear you either, bud. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay in your car and wait till we're done.
Did I break the law?
Okay. So stay put. Don't make this any worse than it has to be, Joel.
What are you gonna do about it?
Stop.
I dare any one of you dumb to try to put your hands on me.
Just stop. You don't.
Yo, what is with people and threatening cops for they have weapons? Like, this is the dumbest shit. Yo, I dare any one of you to put your hand on me. Meanwhile, they all have a gun holstered on their hip. They have a taser and a fucking stick. Like, dude, you're cooked if you try to fight them.
No, you started this. You're allowing your officer.
Start anything.
No, I was behind your fat officer.
If you be quiet and give us a minute, we'll be done here.
No, there's no.
He just keeps saying the same thing too. Like, I mean, I feel like there's got to be a better. Dude, the whole book of insults, you just keep calling her fat.
Minute, you dumb.
Well, whatever, Joel. Obviously, we're not going to come to any sort of agreement here. So, yeah, if you continue to do it.
Why don't we just take it to DC at this point?
What's that?
Take him to jail for DC.
Okay.
See, I feel like that's what I like. At some point, it's like, dude, you're just being so annoying. We have to arrest you.
Stop, Joel.
You need to unlock the car, or I will smash that window open.
Oh, that would be bad for the lease.
For what?
Get out.
For what?
Step out.
Arrest for disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct? A ticket?
Was gonna be a ticket, but now it's not.
Joel, you make this stuff worse, dude, by the way
You guys did this. This fat called me yesterday.
Just stop. Joel, knock it off.
She got me by the throat! She's got me by the throat! Stop. She's got me by the throat!
Come on.
She's got me by the throat!
Joel.
She's got me
Nobody's even touching his throat.
by the throat! She's got me by the throat!
Stop.
She's got me by the throat!
Okay.
Dude, you're on a camera.
She's got you by the.
Oh.
She's got me by the throat!
Joe, nobody's got you by the throat.
She's got me by the throat!
Joel, you need
Dude,
to...
you guys are doing this over nothing.
We're gonna do another search.
Dude, you're letting
Like, bro, why? Bro, he could have just drove home. Like, he started all of this.
You're over pushing their boundaries.
No, I'm not.
For what?
You're the one that's being the jerk out here.
Why?
We're not doing anything.
How am I being a jerk?
Because the way you're acting.
Dude, I just got pulled over for nothing.
It's not for nothing, Joel. She explained to you why she pulled you over. You just don't agree with it. That's the problem.
Does that sound good?
So is it this going to be lawful by a judge that you guys are arresting somebody for
You'll have your day in
their
court.
horn?
You'll have your day in court.
Hey, let's go. Wait until I find where you are.
That's a threat. That's a threat. That's a threat. That's another one. That's ticket number 4.
Push me again.
Knock it off. Come on, Joel.
It's resisting arrest. It's
Well, she's f***ing pushing me, dude.
You don't gotta push us back.
I f***ing tripped on my foot.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You're lying.
Stop pushing me.
Battery to law enforcement too.
No, stop f***ing hit me.
Joel, get in the car.
They're punching me.
No, we're not. Sit down. Get your feet in now.
Does he not know that body cams exist? I feel like this is a good maneuver in like 1980. But even then, dude, they didn't. 1980, people didn't give a fuck. Now, yeah, people care, but it's like, dude, nobody's hurting you. Like 1980 pre-body cam, you could be like, they're punching me. Even then, though, people would be like, yeah, the cop's punching you. People just wouldn't care. Now people care, obviously, for good reasons because there are cops that are bad. But it's like every single one. There's 5 cops that are all wearing body cams.
Feet in.
Stop.
Put your feet in.
Joel.
There's my throat.
We're just trying to get you in the car.
Nope, that's on camera.
It is.
That was my throat, you dumb.
Get in. Put your feet in, Joel.
No.
No.
Stop, dude.
Then put your feet in.
Stop.
We don't want to have to.
Ooh, he got those blue jeans, probably from Old Navy.
Feet in.
Stop.
We don't want to have to pull you.
Dude, you guys are harassing me.
Joel, slide in your feet, please.
Dude, I will headbutt you.
Do it. Do it,
Run,
That was a niche joke. Only like 3 people in chat probably understood that.
dude.
You want me to tase him? You're about to get tased, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna. I want my kid.
Jesus Christ.
Roll my window down so I tell my kid to.
Child not cooperating. Why are they detaining the kid?
Stop! I'm trying to tell my kid to stop. Roll my window down.
No.
I'm going to tell him to stop. You heard him. He has disabilities. Stop. I'm going to sue you.
Well, I feel like the kid's probably resisting because you were resisting. So now the kid's going, oh, I got to do the same thing my dad did.
You stupid.
En route to the jail.
I mean, that's like a word for word kids just modeling what their parents do.
You think
It's a child? No, I'm not mad at the child. I'm saying, like, that's the dad's fault for being an ass for a half hour. And then now his kid's just going to do the same thing.
the judge is going to be very happy this all started over honking my horn?
I don't know.
You think my lawyer's going to be happy with that?
I don't know.
Because I can tell you right now, it's not.
Okay.
An officer remained with Joe's child until his grandmother arrived to pick him and the vehicle up. Joe was charged with resisting obstructing an officer, disorderly conduct, and battery to a law enforcement officer. While the suspect never sued over this matter as promised, court records indicate the suspect has been repeatedly sued in court for injunctions against abusive conduct, failing to pay rent, repeated issues of failing to pay
Failing to pay rent, failing to pay child support.
disputes over child paternity, failing to pay rent, and civil evictions.
So did he not have custody of his kid?
In both 2023 and 2024, the suspect was prohibited against engaging in conduct or contact with certain victims he had previously targeted. The suspect
Oh my
also
God.
has an extensive
He's a restraining order on him? What, from cops?
criminal history, listing dozens of suspected misdemeanor and felony charges. In the incident presented in the body
Since 2005, he gets like fucking 6 charges a year.
demeanor and felony
Oh my God.
charges. In the incident presented in the body cam, the
Joe B. Chat, shut up.
suspect ultimately pleaded guilty to resisting or obstructing an officer twice. The
I was 3 years old in 2005.
matter was fully adjudicated.
I was 3 years old in 2005.
Last month, and he was sentenced to 12 months of probation, required to write a letter of apology, attend anger management, and work to obtain full-time employment.
In a society obsessed with standing up for yourself, why do so many people
I always love the cameo from Officer John.
confuse self-advocacy with public tantrums? And then this guy actually goes and uses his own child to instigate an already bad police interaction. Some people don't wake up wanting peace. They actually wake up looking for conflict, like it's oxygen and they're running out. And when you've been a cop long enough, you recognize it before they even speak a word because it's all in the eyes. What hit hardest wasn't the insults. Officers get called every name in the book, and some no one's even heard yet. What hit hardest was a child, because there's a special kind of heartbreak watching a child get taught that fear is a tool and disrespect is a strategy. Now, in my opinion, kids don't learn by lectures. They absorb behavior. And when a child watches their own father turn a traffic stop into a street corner performance, they don't see strength. They see and quickly learn instability, and they carry it into their lives, and it just continues on. Cops.
Wow, yo, this guy's like spitting right now at the end right now. Officer John. Start out with Officer John in the video. Why we put it at the end?
Never get to wait for harm to happen. If someone's ignoring lawful orders and flinging unstable emotion anywhere it'll stick, that's when intervention becomes duty. Now, I don't believe this guy even learned a lesson, but loud never equals right, and crazy never equals courage. And in this world, staying level-headed keeps you free. Losing control gets you handcuffed, a record, and a judge deciding your future. Because loudmouths never win.
Wow. That was a fucking crazy video. Who's a kid with this whack job? Child needs to be removed from his car or from his care. Dude's unhinged. Well, I'm assuming that that kid's not in his care technically if he's paying child support. Maybe joint custody. But even then, do you pay child support on joint custody? I don't know the ruling on that. I know you pay child support if you don't have custody, you pay child support. If you do have custody, you don't. I don't know about joint custody though. I think that would probably depend. It would depend on the primary residency, I would assume. Next video. Man does the unthinkable after talking to ChatGPT. If I don't read donuts for a bit, I apologize. Drew for the sub, hype for the sub, J. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Lock in. And you'll see.
Right to you. Can afford
Is he acting like he's like in an anime or something? What was that like evil villain laugh?
They're gonna kill you all! Kill you all!
Okay, now there's this has to be rage bait. This has to be rage bait. There's no way he's pointing a finger gun at the cop right now and singing. They're like, what the fuck?
Your imagination.
When police respond to
what did he get arrested for?
Reports of serious threats to a local business, they come face to face with a suspect whose behavior that may have been shaped in part by ChatGPT makes it.
His behavior was shaped by ChatGPT? What do you mean? Like one of the people that gets in like a relationship with their AI and it gets like convinced to do crazy shit?
Nearly impossible to tell what he believes is real and what's a complete delusion.
Yeah, I am the lad.
The following is based on official police.
It is wild how many people are so chronically online that they create this distorted illusion of what like reality is. And a lot of people say that's me, right? Like it's weird because it's like we're in this constant battle of both sides being like, no, you're crazy. You think you're in this alternate reality. No, literally. Like, the amount of people that are like, Joe, you're an idiot. Like, you've created this weird version of reality for yourself. But in the same sense, I'm saying the same thing about you. So it's like we're both accusing each other of going, no, you're delusional. Like, you live in a false reality. You've convinced yourself of these conspiracy theories. And then the other side is going, no, you've just fallen into this woke mindset that this overall arching government has inflicted on you, and you're panning into the system. It's like, either way, we're locked. Like, we're all f***ed.
Records released to date. On the evening of March 7th, 2025, a father and his son walk into a police station in Westlake, Ohio, to discuss a car the son had previously reported stolen, unaware that one of them is about to be arrested for something else entirely. The man in handcuffs is 20-year-old Shion Park, and the discussion
But he went, so him and his dad went to the police station to report a car being stolen, but then just simultaneously got arrested for like a warrant.
about the car was all a ruse created by police to have him come to the station voluntarily.
It's always always Ohio. No, it's always Wisconsin. On body cam videos, it's always Wisconsin. I know the only in Ohio meme, but if you watch a body cam video, there's like a 1 and 2, it's Wisconsin.
Security perimeter. No weapons.
It's so weird. It's like, and it's distorted my reality of what Wisconsin's like. As fucked as that sounds, like all the body cam videos I see are Wisconsin. So in my head, I'm going, oh, this is just like a regular day as like a Wisconsin citizen.
Knives, sprays, or liquid.
It's always Florida. Well, Florida is actually just crazy.
Don't sit back. You sit back with me. You're entering your death.
The urgency to bring Shion to the station stemmed from a call earlier that night when police were summoned to the Mark's grocery store where he works. According to reports, a co-worker from the store showed police text messages from
They think I'm Satan, bruh. Did you quit? Marks, that is? What is Marks? Yes, I'm going to murder them all. Oh my god. I'm going to do something very, very eyeball emoji. Very special tomorrow. Eyeball emojis. You'll see it with your 2 eyes. Eyeball emojis. Okay, so he's saying he's going to be a fucking shooter. Jesus Christ. What a loser. You know, I take things serious. Please tell me you're joking. I'm not. I'll show you the power of God. I am Lord Shiva. Okay, so he's lost his mind.
From Shion, in which he threatened to kill everyone at the store the next day, while also calling himself Lord Shiva.
You know why you're here? Because I want to kill you all in 12 p.m. Oh, I don't know. What's the time? Hey, 11 o'clock.
Oh no!
It's not 11 o'clock.
Hey. An hour left.
Hey, dumb. Listen.
Oh, it's 10:57.
Shut the up. I did not ask you.
I don't give a who
Oh, wait, this guy's aura meter against these cops is rising.
you asked.
Hey, you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you for law. You have the right to you. Not affordable.
Oh, God. I hate that laugh. Even in animes, I hate that laugh.
Oh, man, I am the law, you dumb. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I am the law. Jesus. Oh, Jesus can't save you, buddy.
As Shion continues acting in a completely unpredictable manner with the officers, his father calls his other son from the lobby, hoping he can help communicate with officers.
Yo, this dad looks like he is done with this shit, bro. Oh my god, does he know? Is that how his son just like regularly acts?
I live in North Homestead, so I'm not too far, but I was just wondering what happened.
What do you think of the 3? Imagine he says Baka. Oh god. Oi, oi, oi. You think he goes, one of the cops is like, you're facing like 10 years for threatening to shoot up like a Kroger. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, so he was arrested by us for making threats. Has he ever been diagnosed with anything or has seen like a specialist or no?
I think the only thing he's been diagnosed with like ADHD, to be honest.
Okay.
Oh, that's just his brother?
Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful society.
He's not gonna do anything, and he hasn't done anything like that.
Bro, you can't be saying that, though. That's being like, oh yeah, he's harmless. Bro, he's actively texting people that he's gonna shoot up his workplace. Like... That, like, I know it's like empty threats, right? Like people do that all the time, but it's like that you can't be texting your coworker to not show up to work and that you're gonna like fucking kill everybody at work. Like
He said a couple of weird things to me too. I told him to stop and he did.
But his brother no longer seems to be the one he's listening to. According to police reports, detectives later uncovered conversations between Shion and ChatGPT discussing his plans at Mark's, where he refers to March 8th as Judgment Day. Investigators noted that during the course of the conversations, replies from the AI chatbot seemed to empower and validate.
Bro, what? ChatGPT? Wait, doesn't ChatGPT like report your ass if you say some shit like that? If you ask ChatGPT like, I'm trying to make a bomb, like it'll fucking report you. It doesn't? Bro. No, I'm pretty sure there's restrictions. Because y'all remember y'all know the Minecraft server 2B2T, the Anarchy server. You've seen 2B2T. 2B2T, 2B2T had like the FBI look into their server because they had like a loophole where you could like go on the server and like ask AI questions for shit without it having restrictions or showing. And there were people that were like actively like planning like terrorism or some shit on 2B2T with like, I'm probably saying the story wrong, but it was like something like that where they were like getting a loophole around that. Like if you're just typing to ChatGPT like, hey, how do I do this? Like Judgment Day, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be like, are you okay? And then if you keep like pestering it, I feel like it would report you.
Sion's opinions.
Ooh, I like that. Woo! Woo, that makes me a little happy. Because I know what you've done for those children. Oh, you're planning to kill me? Are you planning to drug me? Oh, that's so nice of you. That's so nice! You're gonna kill you all! Kill you all! At 12. I'm never late.
Yo, like if he wasn't handcuffed to a bench and he was in a movie, that would be cold. Like if he was like the Joker or some shit. I'm gonna kill you at 12, I'm never late. Ooh.
Little less than an hour, about 9 minutes.
It's a little less than an hour, and you're supposed to say it's a
But
little
he's handcuffed to a metal bench.
less because that's the last time you're ever gonna breathe.
No, I think...
This is like a 45-year-old man that's just like, yo, I don't give a shit.
Say it's a little less because that's the last time you're ever gonna breathe.
No, I think that was... Oh, no, I'm still breathing. Oh, crazy.
I thank you so much. If you shake my hand, I will free you from your agony. But I know you won't shake my hand because you...
Oh, I thought he was doing a finger pistol. He was putting out his hand.
You would never shake someone's hand.
I shake plenty of people's hands.
Can you shake my hand?
I just ain't shaking yours.
Your life depends on it.
No, it doesn't. I guarantee you have no bearing on
Bro, what am I watching? I feel like he's just rage baiting this cop.
2, 1. Thank you. You know, I love you. I love you very much.
Good.
And you'll be, you know, second chance.
Do you know what today?
Second chance. One more chance on the handshake. It's still warm. It's still warm. It's getting cold.
Do you know what tomorrow?
Shut the
Pop it back in the microwave. Oh, God.
Shut the up.
Do you know what tomorrow?
Shut the up. I was not speaking to you. And you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Please. Forgiveness. Please. Forgiveness. What do you have to do? What do we have to do?
What do you have to do? Or what does he have to do?
I don't think he knows what his son was typing. I think he just thinks his son got arrested for like an empty threat. I don't think the dad knows.
Fourth. Well, I told you he had to knock this off, and he didn't.
According to police records, in the days leading up to the incident, officers were called to the family's home multiple times for a series of troubling reports. Among them were messages Sion sent to
Complaint on station requesting welfare checked on Sion Park. Park sent messages to her son and other boys from their WHS class with weird stuff, pictures of him with 666 drawn on with a marker, pentagram symbols, and messages talking about taking your soul.
former classmates, including images of himself with pentagrams and 666 drawn on his body, along
I mean, that's weird, but like that's not illegal.
with statements about taking one of their souls.
Okay. Probably yeah. Okay. Now that's probably a threat.
There was also a claim that he had purchased a gun at the time.
There we go. Okay.
Officers determined
His contaminated thoughts seemed to revolve around politics, specifically Donald Trump, and about the world ending on March 8th. Well, it's May 15th. Park did seem to understand that the way he was communicating with others was not appropriate, but he did not pose any risk of, I'm assuming, like death or something, murder, people. Both Park and his dad were counseled at the disposition of Park would stop sending unwanted messages to others.
he didn't pose an immediate threat and warned him to cease
This was in 2025. Oh, shit. Well, it's May of next year.
contact with the involved parties.
A gun?
I thought this was March of this year.
You know what a gun is?
Yeah.
Did he buy one?
He want to buy?
Did he buy one?
He bought?
I'm asking you, did he buy a gun?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, you would have to. What state is this? Ohio? In Ohio, you would have to get a gun license now. Park's 20 years old. He's not getting cleared from a background check. You're not getting a gun unless you buy it illegally. Like, I mean, illegally, yeah, sure, he gets a gun. But, like, if he doesn't have a gun, I don't know Ohio's gun laws. No license needed. I'm pretty sure you need a license in Ohio to buy a gun. You have to at least be approved by the state, and they background check you at a gun shop. Do you need a license to buy a gun in Ohio? Because you have a pistol permit, and then you also have a rifle and shotgun license. No state permit or license is required to own a shotgun. Oh my God. Wow. Ohio does not regulate assault weapons as a class, large capacity magazines. Ohio regulates class dangerous ordnance. Yeah, but like this website, I'm on NRA, but I'm not understanding. Permit to purchase rifles and shotguns, no. Handguns, no. So you don't need a permit to purchase or carry? No way. I feel like that would be like Texas, not Ohio. No state permit or license is required to possess or acquire a handgun, rifle, or shotgun other than what falls within the definition of dangerous ordnance. Sawed-off shotguns, firearms, zip guns, suppressors. So he could just go into a fucking building. They probably still do a background check, but you don't need a permit. Wow. Is that most states? I'm like applying like New Jersey, one of the most strict gun law states to like the whole US. What states do you need a license to buy a gun? Bro, it's only like 7 states. It's California, Connecticut, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, and DC. Everywhere else, you could just walk into a store and buy a gun and they just do a background check? No way. Some form of permits include Michigan, Nebraska, North Carolina. Okay, so there's some that it's like depending on what. Usually maybe like a pistol permit, concealed carry license. It's a state-to-state basis.
Yes.
He had something going for him, like, you know, he was like doing golfing calls and all that, but all of that went.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Like, I'm not, dude, the idea that you just walk in and buy it. They do a background check though. That's like what they're talking about, but you don't know how good the background check's going to clear somebody like this. Explain how it's terrifying. This kid goes and buys a gun in Ohio because he doesn't need to get approved by the police. And the background check goes to the federal level. They clear him because they don't know anything about the state. What's going on with him, and then he gets a gun. Because no matter what, you're getting a background check on a federal level if like you've been accused of any other crimes. If you were in jail for like when you're getting like a background check on a gun on a federal level, they're checking, do you have any drug abuse charges? Have you ever been convicted of an assault crime? Were you ever an alcoholic, or are you currently an alcoholic? Stuff like that, because that's like you're getting denied for a lot of those, right? Or if like you've ever thought about, like, it's like long paper forms that you fill out. You can lie on them, but like they ask that shit. Yeah, you have any felonies is the biggest one. But this kid's never committed a crime, so it's like that's why it's worrisome, is that if he were to go, he could get cleared just because he's young and has no record, even if he is insane.
Bad, and ever since then, he's just been having a really difficult time accepting that it's gone really bad.
I don't think it's a problem. Like I feel like I have a pretty nuanced take about like gun laws. I think it's weird to just like, you know, like ARs or something, but like if you have like a situation where they're walling you off and you have to apply and then you get, you know, approved by like your specific state and then you get approved federally, that's different. You know, you hit 3 mil on what? On what, stream? Did I really? Oh, no, it rounded up. Still dub that it shows that it's rounded up. But we're still 45,000 away. They round up usually on apps. Still a dub, though. Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't even finish what I was saying. I feel like I have a nuanced take about guns. Like, I think, like, guns for home defense and all that shit, perfectly fine. Right? I just think, like, there should be walls to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think it should be a 9-month process to buy a gun. I don't think it should be as simple as going into a store and getting one. Like, I think you should have to, like, get checked, get cleared, get scanned, get checked again, and then you could go into a store and apply, and they do a background check, and then you're good. Like, because that's, like, the scary shit is, like, sometimes it's, like, crazy motherfuckers could go in and get one, and they slip through the cracks. It's hard too, but it's like, especially young guys with like clean records.
He was like doing golfing calls and all that, but all of that went really bad, and ever since then he's just been having a really difficult time accepting that it's gone really bad.
You can't do anything to me.
Sit down. There's no fee?
None.
Stop, I love it. Don't do it again. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh, no, please. Please.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, well, I need your officer. No.
You have it all.
No, your name.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lieutenant Fox.
Oh, Lieutenant Fox. Oh, Lieutenant.
Shut the up, Lieutenant. Get the out of my sight, little. Can you be a good dog and give me a drink?
No, don't think so.
Why do you ask why?
It's because you just spit on.
I'm speaking.
No,
I feel like if he was in a different jail, bro, if he was in Florida, they would have put a spit bag on his face. If this was Florida, he'd have a spit bag on his head right now. The second he spit on the ground, they'd be like, "Yep, it's over." They'd fucking they'd put him in one of those chairs. You know what I mean? When they get a wheelchair and they strap you in and you can't move.
I'll speak whenever the I want to. Okay?
You won't.
I will speak whenever the
Oh my god, no, the cop's getting rage baited. Stop.
I choose to.
What's a spit bag? It's a crime to spit on a police officer. So if you try to spit on a cop, they'll put basically a bag over your head. And so you just spit into the bag.
Look at me! Tell me.
Do you think you intimidate me, dude?
No, I don't.
Good, because you don't.
Oh my god, stop. No, now I don't want to side with the other kid. The cop's being a cornball. Oh my god. Why are you going, do you think you intimidate me? Well, you don't. Now you're like equally as cringe.
You dare look at me.
Oh.
That's funny, right? You will be forgiven for laughing. And you're gonna see.
You will be forgiven for laughing. Oh my god, you just pardoned him.
Tell me.
Do you think you intimidate me, dude?
No, I don't.
Good, because you don't.
Don't you dare look at me. That's funny, right? You will be forgiven for laughing. And you're gonna see what I can do.
Thank God. You're saved.
Why do you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you flip it upside down? Because you're gonna die. And you, especially, officer, on the computer. Yeah, with the glasses, Mr. Four Eyes. Oh, why am I? No, I need to get out. No, I need to run. Push me down, please. I need to get out of here because I need to save your guys' lives. I need to go. Can you release me? I need to run away.
Sit down.
There's master.
Why are they watching him? Why don't they just walk? Like, why are there like three? I feel like they're doing this for entertainment, bro. Like, if I'm him, if I'm one of the cops, just walk away. Just let him sit in that fucking chair for like 3 hours alone.
Wait, do you guys like Logan Paul? Jake Paul.
Bro brought up Jake and Logan Paul. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, holy reference.
Paul, go.
What's your social?
Why did he just bring up Logan and Jake Paul? What the fuck? What? That is so random. Why'd they cut that out? I wanted to know what he said.
Down.
There's master.
Yeah, have you heard of Prime? He just starts like a huge side conversation. So like, what do you think about Lunchly and how it's basically just like a duplicate of like Lunchables? Do you think that's like a good business idea? Or I heard there was like moldy cheese or something. I don't really know. I've been thinking about getting him. I always see him at Walmart, but I never really know if I want to try him out.
Wait, do you guys like Logan Paul? Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Go.
Oh my god, if I'm choosing between the two, oof.
Social?
I don't know my
That's a hard one.
social, you dumb. How many orgies have you guys been in? You four.
Dude, Logan's just such a great heel in the WWE.
Tell me.
He just needs like therapy right now.
Although the family believes Shion is harmless, officers still have a duty to...
Wait, he said the N-word? No, he didn't. How many orgies have you guys been in? Ooh.
Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Go.
What's your social?
I don't know my social, you dumb. How many orgies have you guys been in? You four. Tell me.
He just needs like therapy right now.
I would air a 6'7" joke to him right there. See how he feels about that. How many orgies have you been in? Maybe 6. Then you see him go. You snap him out of it.
How many orgies have you guys been in? You 4. Tell me.
He just needs like therapy right now.
How did somebody just gigify the emote of Logan Paul in the Japan forest?
Although the family believes Shion is harmless, officers still have a duty to determine the credibility of his reported threats.
You keep saying March 8th at 12 o'clock. What's the significance? Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's all a act. Look into my eyes and lie like I lie. You're safe. What's your problem with people on marks?
Oh, is that the workplace?
Is that what you said you want to kill them all? Yeah, but then I'll die. Again, you're supposed to torture me today. And you don't choose to torture me, I'm literally going to kill you all. This is the last chance. If you don't shoot me right now, I'm going to kill you all. And if you don't kill me right now, I'm going to kill you all. 5. No, dude, this is the place where I'll be awakened, you idiots. I need you to take it off with me, because I'm not going to do it. Good boy.
As the
immediate high cortisol. Oh my God, stop. No, that would get me. That would get me right there. None of the other shit would piss me off, but right there, that'd fucking get me. Oh, I know, I can't take off my shirt. Good boy. Oh.
officers get Shion dressed into his new
Like getting punched in the nuts, man.
county-appointed wardrobe. A revelation seems to wash over him.
Oh, wait, am I gonna go to prison? My children will kill you all. Let's go! No way I'm gonna do this with you guys. Let's go! No, don't touch me, you little.
According to police reports, once in his cell, Shion continued his volatile behavior, removing his clothes, piling them in a corner, and urinating on them. He danced.
What? He took off all of his clothes and started peeing on them.
In his cell,
I've been there before.
Shion continued his volatile
I've been there before.
behavior, removing his clothes, piling them in a corner, and urinating on them. He danced, screamed, sang, and shadowboxed, and at one point attempted to break
Not that crazy.
the cell's surveillance camera.
Okay.
He also stuffed his bedsheet into the toilet, flooding the cell.
Wait, what? He took his bedsheet, stuffed it in the toilet, and continually flushed it.
To the toilet, flooding the cell. Eventually, as he began to calm down, Shion requested a Bible. A search of the father's car and Shion's bedroom was completed, but no weapon was ever found. A correction officer reported the day after his arrest, Shion admitted to him that he consumed shrooms the day before and had no recollection of the previous night.
How many mushrooms? Bro, I've taken mushrooms 10 times. I haven't done like a heroic dose, but never in my life have I tripped and then been like, oh, I'm gonna kill people. That's like a horrible fucking turn of events. Maybe that I could see that, but if he was actively on them. On March 8th, he advised CO Young that he could consume shrooms on March 7th. Not remember being in the jail the previous night. Oh, so he's saying he was on mushrooms while he was in jail. Maybe? Shrooms do not do that. I knew a guy in college that was friends with somebody that took heroic doses multiple times, went insane, and started taping dog treats to the ceiling to save his life. Like, there's like, that could happen. It can happen. You gotta be like the wrong dose with the wrong person. There's crazy shit. I know a guy. Yeah, I do know a guy.
Consumed shrooms the day before and had no recollection of the previous night.
He wasn't a friend. He was an acquaintance in class. Better put it. I don't remember his name, but he told us the story about that. Who's the guy? Don't know him. It was in my History of Modern Philosophy 2 class. He sat one row in front of me and one row to the left of me. I talked to him every day, and when we got on the topic of shrooms, he said that his friend took multiple heroic doses and started taping dog treats to the ceiling, and now he can't hold a job.
Shion was banned from all Mark's properties.
If you give me water, I'm gonna kill you. If I give you water, you're gonna kill us, but even though you requested water. Yeah.
According to court records, Shion Park was charged with 2 counts of harassment with a bodily substance, 2 of aggravated menacing, 1 count of vandalism, and 1 count of intimidation. After a psychiatric evaluation, Shion was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Get the full story without the
Yeah, I mean, if he took shrooms, that actually explains it somewhat. It really depends how much. Like, he could not have been with it. Like, if he took, like, a heroic dose of, like, fucking penis envy or, like, enigma mushrooms, yeah, you'd probably lose your mind for, like, 9 hours. But, to the point that he ends up getting arrested and then... I feel like he would be, like, curling in a ball rather than living in that, like... I don't know. Maybe he did think he was in, like, a reality where everybody was going to die at midnight. Like, he could have convinced himself of that, but he was texting his coworker that he wanted to kill everyone. And days prior, he was already threatening about a gun. It, like, half explains it. I hope he's mentally okay, man. Genuinely. That's pretty scary. Somebody said shrooms don't do that. He is undiagnosed, needs intense medical treatment. I think if you have... Here's the thing. People that take... No, shrooms won't do that in itself. But if this guy is already undiagnosed with, like... Not saying schizophrenia, but say this guy is undiagnosed with, like, multiple medical disorders, and then he takes mushrooms... Those are going to get amplified so drastically. Like, that's why it's like, if you're, like, predisposed for, like, schizophrenia, you're not supposed to ever take hallucinogens because it could bring it out early. Like, say you have a parent that has schizophrenia. If you take mushrooms, that could be, like, really bad. Like, so he, especially his dad seemed like he didn't really get what was going on. So I'm assuming the dad probably never got him, like, to a psychiatrist when he was younger. You know? First manic episodes these cops have ever met. Yeah, they did get rage-baited pretty quickly. I don't know. Ugh. He seemed so with it, though. Like, with it, but also, like, out of it. When chefs actually got caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen. How do you get caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen? Coming with pre-cooked food.
From rigging doors in hopes of avoiding a punishment to sabotage.
Gordon, please. I didn't mean to burn the souffle. Don't hurt me.
An opponent's dish during a finale. These were times when Hell's Kitchen chefs got caught cheating. Beginning with Ben from season 5, who tried hiding an ingredient from the other chefs during episode 12's individual challenge. All
right, that's not a very good hiding tactic. I mean... That I feel like hiding it would be like putting it away in a drawer. Or just put a fucking hand towel over the fucking bottle.
Episode 12's individual challenge. By only using their taste buds, each chef competed to see who would come closest to recreating Gordon's fish stew. And although it was implied that everyone had equal access to the ingredients, Ben decided to bend the rules. As everyone else grabbed whatever liquor they thought would recreate the stew, Ben did this instead.
Right when I tasted Chef Ramsay's dish, the first thing I tasted was Perno.
Not that he's willing to share this information with anyone else.
However, Gordon...
I wouldn't say that's cheating. I feel like if you're in a competition where everybody gets the same ingredients and you have to taste something and use it, I think it'd be cheating to be like, I'm not going to give it to you. But I don't think it's cheating to be like, I'm just going to hide this shit. You should have been quicker, you know?
And saw right through his scheme and called him out.
Ben, your alcohol is community property, yes?
Yes, I just was...
Yeah, I don't care, you shellfish bastard.
No.
Yeah.
Even his opponent was left with a...
See, but Gordon's probably not going to dock him for it. He's just like, you're being a... It is a bitch play. I think we could agree on that. Like, hiding the ingredients from your opponents is lame as hell. Is it cheating? No. Is it... Because they would have to actively say it. It's lame as fuck. It's really cringy. Like, I would hate that guy if I was a competitor. But I'm not going to be like, no, he cheated.
Sour taste in her mouth.
I was shocked by that. I could have played that catty game, but I decided that that wasn't the noble route to go.
But despite going to such lengths to protect his secret ingredient, he still lost the challenge. Another chef who got karma rightfully served to them.
I feel like I was waiting. These are like realistic ways of cheating. I feel like I was kind of expecting somebody to be like, Jeffrey took Matt's souffle into the kitchen and ended up pooping in it. To make it taste worse, he ended up grabbing a bottle of fucking deer piss and dousing it in it.
For cheating was Tiffany from season 10, who thought that she could sneak burnt pizza past Gordon Ramsay.
It's burnt, look. Just cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately,
That looks like a DiGiorno pizza. Why are they making, like, frozen pizzas? Is that supposed to be, like, homemade?
That part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately, Tiffany's plan backfired, but
one of my favorite scenes from Family Guy is when he's reenacting like a Tarantino film, and he walks up to his coworker and he's like, "Do you have lunch today?" And he's like, "Yeah, I brought pizza." He goes, "From home or from a place?" "From a place." Guy just shoots him in the chest 3 times and takes it. Because homemade pizza sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just like, I'm not jealous of homemade pizza. But I'm going to be jealous if you have like pizza from a place.
Gordon and Chef Andy immediately notice.
No, it doesn't? Yes, it does. What do you mean? I will say, I think like frozen pizzas are pretty solid. I enjoy them. But if you were like, yeah, I have homemade pizza from fucking Screamin' Sicilian, I'd go, oh, yeah, no, okay. But if you're like, I have pizza that I just got from a New York shop, I'd be like, give me a slice.
Poor attempt at hiding her mistake.
Now we're sending burnt pizza, not crispy and delicious, fucking burnt. Burnt.
Honestly, I would eat that. I feel like I've been served pizza from restaurants that are this burnt. I like a bit of crisp. This is a little too burnt. I would rather it be brown. It's like pale. This one's probably going to have some flop on it, and then it's burnt on the outside, so it's just badly cooked, but I would still eat this.
Burnt. Burnt.
I've burnt my pizza before really badly. Because, dude, the instructions on frozen goods are so bad. Have you guys ever made air fried chicken tenders? They'll tell you to put that shit in the air fryer for 350 for 6 minutes. That will be soggy and cold. That's not cooked. If it says 350 for 6 minutes, I'm putting it at 400 for 20. And it'll come out perfect. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is writing these instructions? Same thing with a pizza. So when you get a frozen pizza, it'll be like, put it at 420 in an oven for, say 10 minutes. I'm going to do double that. One time I was like, I want it really crispy. I'm going to put that bitch in for 25 minutes. Forgot about it. Came back. Char black. Hockey puck. Had to throw it out.
With bits of shit in there.
Similar to Tiffany, Season 11's Zach had a plan that would also flop. In Episode 4's Service Challenge, Zach pre-cooked all the salmon hoping to get ahead, but instead had to start over and faced Gordon's wrath for not understanding that fish was meant to be cooked to order. And despite Gordon's clear instruction,
yo, on God, though, I just meal prep tuna, and I always meal prep for like 4 to 6 days. And I meal prep tuna, and day 1 and 2, the tuna will be really good. By day 4, choking that bitch down. That shit's disgusting. That shit's fucking disgusting. I'm eating it just because it's food. At that point, it's so gross. No matter how good you make it. Dude, and I Googled that the other day. It says you're only supposed to leave tuna in a fridge for 1 to 3 days. I'm still going to eat that bitch. 4 days from now, I'm still going to eat that. I mean, what are the odds it has fucking foodborne illnesses in it?
To start fresh,
low.
Zach secretly snuck the old salmon.
Who meal preps tuna? Me. Because I'm tired of eating chicken and turkey every single fucking day of my goddamn life. Because I have alpha-gal and I can't eat mammals anymore. So pork and beef are out of the fucking question, pal. I've had enough shrimp and chicken and fucking salmon and tilapia to fucking make me explode. So I try new shit here and there.
Back on his pan, hoping that Gordon would not notice.
Chef told me that I can't use the fish that I had just cooked off, but the salmon looked perfect. So I figured all I gotta do is finish it off and send it out.
However, when Gordon found the tray of old salmon still laying around, he knew Zach was playing games and immediately called him out.
Where's this from?
Those are the old stuff, Chef.
That's the old stuff?
Yes, Chef.
Have we been using that?
No, Chef.
Have we, Zach?
No, Chef. We're doing the thing straight to the order.
The truth?
Yes, Chef. That's why it's still there, Chef.
Although Zach kept doubling down on his lie, Gordon saw right through the bullshit and shut.
He saw right through the bullshit. 30 minutes later, there's like 6 salmon missing. Oh, where'd the other salmon go? Nowhere, Chef. There's always been 4 salmon on that plate. No, there fucking hasn't. There was 20 there 10 minutes ago. No, there's always been 4 salmon on that plate, Chef.
Him down.
Look at me, in the fucking eyes. Did you take salmon from the back and reheat it?
No, I've been eating the salmon while I've been working, Chef. I am quite parched, Chef. Or not parched. Hungry, Chef. Sorry.
Hey, yes or no?
No, Chef, it's right here.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck off the salmon.
But Zach wasn't the only one to test Gordon's bullshit detector, because during season 9, episode 2, Brendan made the same mistake with his sea bass.
You've cooked the bass. Is your meat ready?
No, chef.
And the garnish all ready?
No, chef.
You've got to work as a team. Please.
Gordon then instructed the blue team to coordinate their timing for the next order and explicitly ordered Brendan to fire up a new sea bass. But despite those instructions, he found himself questioning Brendan's integrity when he received the new quote-unquote sea bass just minutes later.
Brendan?
Yes, chef.
Is that the same bass?
No, chef.
You didn't start a fresh one?
Yes, it is.
He pops it in the microwave.
Chef. So where's the old one then?
Threw it away, chef.
Show me.
And when Brendan could not find the sea
The phantom search. The phantom search in the trash can. Like when you look for your homework in school. Oh, I must have left it at home. You know it's not in there.
bass he supposedly threw away, Gordon continued to press him.
I'm going to ask you one more time to tell me the truth. Is that the bass from 10 minutes ago, or is that a fresh one you cooked?
When Brendan finally confessed to his deception, Gordon decisively puts him in his place.
You do that to me one more time, trust me, fuck the elimination. I'll send you out there and then. Let me tell you that.
Yes, chef.
I kind of hope Gordon Ramsay starts calling people chud. I feel like that'd be really funny in his voice. What are you fucking doing, you chud? You're sitting here thinking you can fucking give me that sea bass? Recooked it. It's the same fucking sea bass.
Won't happen again.
And while Brendan was caught cheating to save himself, Andrew from season 1 was caught cheating to help his team. After losing episode 6's challenge, the blue team's second punishment was having their storeroom locked for the entire dinner service, making things more difficult by having to enter a code every time they wanted to grab something from inside.
I'll give you the combination. C1.
They probably just leave the door cracked.
690Y. Log it. I'm saying it once. Let's go.
While his team rushed over to get the storeroom open, Andrew had a brilliant idea.
What do you want?
Give me the tape. Give me the masking tape.
Just fucking do it.
Just give me the masking tape.
Oh, I got you.
But luck wasn't on
Bro, I don't think that's cheating.
his side, as sous chef Scott immediately caught him in the act and gave him a piece of his mind.
You fucking guys fucked it up, you get a punishment. You don't fucking rig it so it works for you. You blew it, pay the consequences. Got it? Yes, sir.
Just like Andrew, Adam from season 14 immediately confessed when he was exposed on episode 3's team challenge, where he realized that his risotto would not be ready in time and asked to use Millie's rice as a substitute instead.
This risotto is just not getting done. I thought I left myself enough time. 3 minutes to go, chef. Do you have enough rice to go for 2? I got that. Yeah.
And when it came time for Adam's dish to be judged, the team needed both his and Millie's dish to get a point to win the challenge. However, the guest judge made one observation that put Adam on the spotlight.
How did you guys both wind up with rice on the dish? Did you guys share on that one, or?
Did you take some of Millie's rice? I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut the bullshit.
Bro, why? I feel like they get so... Why do they get so angry? Do you think Gordon actually gets upset at this? I feel like he fully has to upplay it. There's no way he dead-ass cares that much.
Did you take Millie's rice? Yes, sir.
After confessing, Gordon revealed that Adam broke the rules and thereby lost a challenge for the blue team, which also happened to be the team that season 10's Robin tried to steal.
Lock in. The last honest streamer. It's a video about queso.
And the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is, the more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with million-dollar mansions, celebrity subathons, streamers buying their 10th dream car. Everything seems to be built around the question, how...
I don't know. I'm going to have the take that I think the streaming world is pivoting back to desktop. And I think Jinxie and Queso are paving that. I think that there was this like year-long span of like IRL, big event, blah, blah, blah. And you? Well, no, I'm like way behind them on the streaming sense. On YouTube, I'm bigger than Jinxie, not Queso. But no, like Queso and Jinxie are like the desktop guys, you know? Part of becoming an adult is going to the doctor and checking on your health. But making an appointment and even finding a doctor can be a pain. And that is where ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, comes into play. ZocDoc makes it easy to find local doctors that fit your needs and insurance. Just input location, type of doctor needed, and when you want an appointment, and ZocDoc will show you nearby doctors that you can schedule right away with the click of a button. I have alpha-gal, or the red meat disease, and before I knew I had it, I just started having symptoms of it. I was breaking out in hives constantly, and I had no idea what was wrong with me. I had never been to an allergist in my entire life, and I had no idea where any of them were or how to even get in contact with one. And when I went on ZocDoc and I searched up allergists, they showed me all the ones in my local area and helped me get an allergist that I needed. Being young does not equate to not needing appointments. Keeping your health in check matters, and ZocDoc is there to help you be proactive for your health. They have more than 150,000 providers with over 200 specialties in all 50 states. They also have real patient reviews and doctor profiles to help you find who you want. If you have a problem, get it checked out. And if you're young, get checkups. Even if you feel fine, it's great to stay proactive and have a baseline so you know when something's going wrong and when you need to change something alongside your medical practitioners, which you're able to find with ZocDoc. I know it seems small, but clicking the link in the description is the first step in prioritizing your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/Bartolozzi to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you to ZocDoc again for partnering with us and for helping us take better care of our health.
How much money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Queso is
a 720p webcam in a dark room wearing a hoodie. Playing Fall Guys still 50K viewers. Playing Fall Guys in 2026 and still pulling 50K views. Bro, that game is dead. That game is dead, and it's still so entertaining to watch him play it. That's like the weirdest. I think about that constantly. I'm like, Queso still plays Fall Guys. Like, that is, dude, he plays Fall Guys, and he has fucking 100x viewers versus Fall Guys player base. Like, I think he is single-handedly keeping that game, like, afloat. Like, monetarily. Like, I think if Queso didn't play Fall Guys, that game would just be dead. Like, no one would play that, and nobody plays it. Right? How many active players are on Fall Guys? This only might show Steam stats. Right now, there's 640 people on Steam on Fall Guys. That's excluding console players, but it does say on average, Fall Guys averages 1,000 players. That's bad. What's like a normal game? Like not Subnautica 2 or something that just dropped. What's like a game that's not popping but isn't dead? Don't say Fortnite. Fortnite's fucking still huge, even though it is dying. What's like, like Overwatch, or, like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is like a forever game. It's not like popping, but it's still huge. Yeah, they have 114,000 people on Marvel Rivals right now. 114K. Wow, they've actually been like doing pretty well. What's Overwatch at? I'm just curious. Overwatch is 64K on Steam, but they also have other launchers.
It's interesting, because on paper, he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume sucks. It's the slot machine, bro. It's the meta. Playing indie horror games is infinite content. There are, dude, I actually could play 5 hours of horror games every day for the next 6 years. There are like 100 new horror games a month.
Sucks, kid.
I mean,
and they're so fun though. It's just straight slop. It's like, dude, it's feel-good content. Why don't you? I do. I play horror games every week. Not as much as Queso, but I play horror games a lot.
Your entire job is getting people to watch you. You don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But
no, you don't. I played The Family Trip the other day, which is a game where you go camping with like a divorced family and then everybody just dies. Like there's no plot. There's no plot. It's just funny though because the characters are so stupid. It's like, dude, oh my God, I was so high in that too.
So did.
Queso did not respond to my message.
And somehow.
Bro, Queso don't be collabing. Queso don't be fucking traveling. Queso don't do really many sponsors. Queso actually could be, Queso's already still top 5 biggest Twitch streamers. Queso could be the biggest creator on YouTube gaming and Twitch-wise. Not even close if he just streamed with people. Like, collabs is like a cheat code for views. Like, if you fucking stream with another guy that's bigger, all you got to do is just stream with people that's why you see all these top guys just stream with each other. Like you see all the core guys stream with each other because it just fucking fills their view counts. Like if Queso and Jinxie stream together every day, Queso would average 100K.
Despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're supposed to do, he's still one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen?
Oh my god, he has the perfect audience too.
The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because Queso's had the odds stacked against him since day one. Case Baker grew up in rural Arkansas. His hometown has a population just over 1,500.
Holy shit. Queso's from Arkansas? I knew he's from the South. I didn't know what state.
Hometown has a population just over 1,500. It's the kind of place where a new Walmart makes the front page, and where the church...
Oh my god, that's big news. That's big news in that city.
Churches outnumber the stoplights. Towns like that don't have a lot going on. So, as a quiet kid, Case did what quiet kids in quiet towns have always done. He disappeared into a screen. In this case, a PlayStation. Call of Duty on repeat.
Disappeared? Bro, I just feel like if you're a kid in Arkansas in like the early 2000s, because Case was like, what, 26, 28? I feel like, bro, you just playing old Call of Duties and riding dirt bikes.
And when YouTube started blowing up in the
going fishing
early 2010s, he was right there watching Nate Shot and
Queso was not 19. Are you guys on crack? Queso was born in the 90s, chat. Queso was way older than 19. That's an inside joke? Oh, does he say he's 19?
Optic guys built something that didn't exist.
Does he say he's 19?
A decade earlier. He watched gaming turn from a thing you did after school into an actual career.
Well, how does this sound? Making a living and even a small fortune just playing video games.
The biggest names were clearing their parents' annual salaries in a single weekend. And after watching that, it became Case's dream job. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube. Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working 2 at a time just to keep the lights on. For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of watching other guys his age blow up online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on.
But more boring. But more boring. Dude, I think like 2019, this is just like, it's obviously a subjective take, but I think the streamers that exist now are objectively more entertaining than the streamers from like 2018 to 2022. Bro, so most of Twitch in like the Fortnite days was just people that were good at video games and had no personality. Like there were guys that weren't that, but like pre-COVID, most of Twitch was just pro gamers. Like that's it.
By the end of it, Case was broke. Burnout.
Like Ninja and Myth, Daquan, they were like the first personalities. Tfue, like they were the first guys that had more to say than he's cracked. Ludwig, bro, Ludwig blew up in like COVID. Ludwig was big in like 2020. Like I'm saying pre that. I'm saying like 2017 streamers. Like Pokimane and like the 5 other people. Those are like the only people that are like memorable. Oh, Tyler won. Oh, never mind. My point is completely removed. Tyler 1 was the pinnacle of streaming. Oh my god, that guy was so entertaining. He still is so entertaining. Dude, oh my god. Tyler 1 days when he was banned from League, Delore. Never mind, I'm wrong. There are gems. There are gems, but they're far and few. That's Queso?
He was 1 bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office.
That's AI.
And signing up for the military. Then his mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed everything. Why not take a real shot at...
Wow, Queso was going to join the military.
The whole streaming thing. What's the worst that happens? Now, streaming is one of the most competitive...
That is him. It's just an older photo.
...jobs on the planet. And if...
Dude, I'm going to have the take that I think Queso could just no warm-up bench 315. Like, he just has that fucking barrel build that's just like, he could just go he could just sit down on a bench, hit 315, get up and walk away.
If you're like Case, trying to pursue it full-time, you need to understand.
It's not hard when you weigh 400 pounds. Queso does not weigh 400 pounds.
There's levels to this.
How tall is Queso? Bro, he probably was like 280. 300. If he's like 6'2", if he's like 6'2", he probably was like 300 pounds. Bro, weighing 400 pounds? I don't think you've ever seen somebody in real life that weighs 400 pounds if you think Queso weighs 400 pounds.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct...
Sorry, what levels did he just say?
Levels to this. Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct translation from Twitch viewers to money, so for the sake of the example, we're gonna say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers. Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full-time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable.
That's a very fair assumption. I would agree with that. I think it really is an average, because Twitch viewers is so fluctuative on income off subs, how many cyclical chatters you have, how many hours you're streaming, and how many ads you're running, that like, to be able to stream full-time, I would say you have to average between 60 and 150. It varies depending on audience. Like, you could be a 60-viewer streamer and be full-time, but, like, the average full-time streamer that wants to make, like, 35K annually, you probably need, like, 120 viewers, and you probably need to stream, like, 50 hours a week.
It's not.
Which is more than a 9 to 5, but you're also sitting at a desktop.
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it.
Wait. What did he just say?
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform.
18.4 million people streamed in the last year?
18.4 million people opened up Twitch.
Wow. 18.4 million people streamed. Not even watched a stream.
And broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1.
Actually made it to level 1. 100K. 18.4. Or did he say 8.4? He said 18.4 million people streamed last year. How many of them have 100 viewers? 100,000. I think there's probably 100,000 streamers that average over 50 viewers. Over 100, maybe 50K? 50K streamers? More? You think there's more than 100,000 streamers on Twitch with over 100 viewers? I don't know, man. There's so many spaces on Twitch. If you just scroll the gaming category, it's just like endless.
Seriously, throw a number out there. The answer is 165,000.
That's not that far off. I actually lowballed it.
500.
Yeah, 165,000 full-time streamers.
36. That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level 1, there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding!
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Queso and don't love your day job. Maybe you're not all that interested in streaming.com to start your business today. Queso hit level 1 in the first hour.
God, man, it's like a fucking mind virus. You just know when an ad's coming.
1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, yo. Wait, what? Queso averaged 100 viewers in his first stream?
Today.
Because in like 24 hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see, Queso hit level 1 in the first hour of his first ever stream, and he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, y'all came through deep from the top, man.
In the days before he went live for the first time.
Oh, was he streaming on TikTok and like posting clips? Because I'm pretty sure he just, like, his first like half year streaming was just 2K, right? He was like big in the 2K space.
Queso was already laying the ground.
Isn't that weird how like most streamers, there's so many streamers like Aiden Ross and Queso. Who else streamed 2K and got big? Didn't Speed used to be a 2K creator? So many guys stream 2K and then abandon that shit. Like, cause fuck 2K. Los, yeah, Neon. There's so many guys. Kai was a YouTuber though. There's so many guys that streamed 2K, got big, and then just dipped because 2K sucks.
Groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23. And on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock in the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep it.
Oh my god, is that why his stream time was 6 p.m. Central? But now he streams at like 10, bro.
His eyes open.
He'd be running at a night shift.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why'd I gotta go work?
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said call the boss quit, this your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually mattered, he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh.
But Queso kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke.
That's so smart of him, man, because it is like, there's so many people that get big on Twitch, and for like a month, they're making 1,000 a day. And they're going, holy, I am set. And then they fall off. And now they don't have a job. So it's like, oh, fuck. You know, like, that happens all the time. All the time. Amount of people, not less on streaming, more on TikTok. But, like, that was, like, earlier. You remember the amount of content houses and shit? Motherfuckers just full committing to, like, moving across the fucking world, starting content up. Then they fall off, and it's just like, oh, shit. I can't run this trend into the ground anymore. Like,
he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
That's pretty fair. Because that was probably pre $3 split. So if he hit 5K subs, he's making 10K. He's making what, 10,250 a month? Or no, 12,500 a month off subs. So he's making like over 100K a year. And then he decides he could quit.
This today we're gonna remember.
Because that's secure enough to where if you fell off, you'd have enough leeway money. Wow, he had the zombie sub emote. Chat, yo, this is like recognizable to anyone that fucking streams. If you ever started streaming, this is like this is the default sub. Why it's a zombie, I don't know. This is like OG stream setup. Like this is like your 5th stream ever. Like you have the zombie. Dude, mine's the fucking Joe Bart. Mine's still the old one. I don't even know if my alert box works anymore. How do I test that? Cool, it's and Finn for the sub. IX, Nell, Alex. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I used to have that. I want to say, appreciate how much you are. Keep up the work. Oh, no. You can't have TTS. You can't have TTS. TTS can be really bad. No, I'm not keeping that shit. It's so distracting. It's so distracting. I don't have my alert box anymore.
Remember forever, you feel me? This a day we gonna remember forever.
I could do a TTS day, but people just spam I. That or they say like some crazy shit. I don't think there would ever be a problem with TTS. There 100% would be. Max up for the sub.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Queso's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full-time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I finally took the leap, and y'all can't.
I never dreamed. I never pursued being a content creator, but I always used to commentate my own Clash of Clans gameplay on the toilet.
Came through for you, boy.
I remember wanting to be like a gamer, but like mobile games. I remember I was like, damn, dude, how sick would this be to be like, yo, y'all remember the OG Clash of Clans creators? They would gem their town hall to like town hall 10, and I'd be like, dude, if I had the money to make that a YouTube video.
For real, y'all came through crazy.
All right, guys, so we're gonna be doing a Hog Rider build today.
No, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audio...
Holy shit!
And when you're trying...
Was that download or upload? He has 1 megabit per second download.
Connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next.
What does that mean? To download Call of Duty would take like 6 days.
Eventually, numbers started slipping.
I don't even know how he was live. Like, I don't know how he was broadcast. Well, streaming's upload speed. But him having a 1 download, I don't know how he was streaming.
For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I've seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game, Hogwarts.
Oh my god, Hogwarts Legacy is when he blew up, and that's like not that hype of a game. I remember seeing his Hogwarts clips on TikTok.
Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway, clipped a moment, and posted it to TikTok.
Wasn't that like a bad game, most people would say? I feel like that game didn't do that great.
Look, I see the sun
That's even more shocking.
peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is.
I want to look at his Twitch tracker. Here's mine for fucking perspective. This is like every month you could see where the views up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You usually have dip months, peak months. Like let's look at Jinxie too. Jinxie was bottomed out for like 3 years. And then right around here, he just starts peaking. Jinxie's in like second arc right now. What is that face? What is that? What is that face he's making right now? Looks like a Queso. Wow, Queso's like the most consistent creator ever. Like, yeah, 600 views first month. Dipped down to 189 average in January of 23. And then he hit in January of 24, he hit 56K, and he has literally averaged that every month for 2 years. Wow. 60 seconds? Bro, he has like 1,000 hours in that game. Well, now it's probably a yearly salary a day, but I'm saying when he had 2,500 viewers, he was probably making like 300K a year.
Heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and level 3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are, just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same
Speed lighting off fireworks in his bedroom.
streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The room
Lighting is still not dialed in on Speed's camera. Speed had 100K viewers on a webcam.
The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in, and it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my...
That's where I disagree. Next is the move to LA. The gun goes off. Nope.
Dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing...
Now in the streamer days, it's you move to Austin, Texas. That's where every fucking streamer on the face of the earth lives. Outside of like the core boys and like some OG streamers. Now it's I moved to Austin, Texas or Atlanta.
50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cat.
Or they live in LA, but they own a place in Nevada and say they live there six months in a day out of the year, so they get state taxed in Nevada.
Cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday.
6 months and a day, because it has to be your property. Like if you want to claim that you live somewhere and get state tax in that, because streaming, normally you're getting taxed in the state that you make your income, but streaming you get taxed in whatever area you're in while you stream. So like streamers will try to say that they live in Nevada like 6 months out of the year. Not all of them. A lot of them just eat the taxes, but...
Monday and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in the conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but there's like certain streamers that only like there's certain streamers that collab in any way that they can, and then there's streamers that collab when they want to, okay, there's three things. Streamers that collab with everybody they can, that is big. Streamers that collab anytime they want, and streamers that just don't collab. Queso never collabs. I feel like I collab infrequently, but like I'll do Jinxie's tournaments or gaming days. I might go to an event. Like I did the thing with Jack Pembroke. Like I might do streamer games or something like shit like that. But usually like I don't go to streamer awards or I don't do that stuff. But like then there's streamers that just do every single fucking thing. Any collab they could do.
That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's
he sometimes collabs with Sketch and Jinxie. Yeah, but it's like once a month. Maybe less.
Bulletproof for
Queso is 99% a solo streamer.
Guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution, but Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over. And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow...
How, bruh? Like, bro, come on, just get a setup. Like... He has a sponsor with Starforge. He has a sponsor with Starforge PCs. He could get sent like $20,000 PCs for free, and he's holding them up with fucking dictionaries. Like, why are we doing that? Like, I just don't...
I've gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts...
4K, I literally could see... I could see the pixels on your face.
It's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared
in
a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could—
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like, he's, like, pulling it. Like, it's like, and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have like a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has like a sick-ass warehouse that's like really expensive with like a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in mind. But Queso—
Just be able to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I was broke, but it was all right because the job was cool.
Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know.
Bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, bro, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, if I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory, and the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida. Then that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when we were...
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he's the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time...
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s? He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh yeah, I've been to like Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of like Florida? Or out of Arkansas, my bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I'll be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso!
He never there, bruh. It's always his face.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them. Bro, that's just in LA, man. Am I really I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back?
Mr. Beast tweeted you? Oh yeah, I talk.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm just not gonna go to LA. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event, like Streamer Games I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics, and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm going to fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
it'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
Blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the...
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like
top 1%.
Streamer awards, it's not really.
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once.
Great GamerSops flavor. That was Goof Juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left
Code Bart
the state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for someone
wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chad, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
All the questions. It's his rules at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And dude,
the only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh no.
I was about to
oh no.
pass out.
And then I'm gonna have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant
fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's gonna sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just like right onto my head?
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the #3 spot on Twitch, almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
definitely gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope.
I don't understand how he was live.
Pro CJ, that'd be a dream come true for your boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We're about to hit 10 million!
I gotta turn this off. Come on.
No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it.
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming in
Oh
the
my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
first place.
That's a dadgum
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no complaints.
Bro, that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work, like the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I work with my dad. We're both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under
yeah.
sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living. But it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality,
Bro said electricians. Yeah, if you're like not like if you're the dude standing on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit. That's pretty rough.
he made sure that the two
All right, maybe it was a bad example comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
people who spent their lives building
Yeah, why
up
are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill.
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we could all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. Look at her say they're retired because they do it because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, oh, you kind of seem like just like a figure versus like Queso's just like a guy you'd see in a store. 42 things that everyone should learn to do. Lock in chat.
To do the useful thing, to say the courageous thing, to contemplate the beautiful thing. That is enough for one man's life. A few weeks back, me and the boys went camping, and one night while setting up a tent, Zach, without skipping a beat, tied a very specific knot. He was just like, and I
always goes, dude, this is like the best knot you can make. My dad taught me this knot. Everybody should learn this knot.
Thought it was so cool because in that moment, Zach was useful and useful.
Okay, what are like some useful things everybody should know how to do? Change a tire, build a fire, change a tire, probably fix certain things. Like, I don't know what specifically, but like if something breaks, cook, yeah, but that's too broad. Like fix something. What's something that's like useful you can fix like a lot? Oh, know how to drive stick shift. Pay your taxes, but I feel like that's not like a task. That's like a useful thing. Change your oil. I don't think you need to know how to change your oil. Tie your shoes. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that? No, not stuff everybody knows. Things that everybody should know. How to drive stick. Most people don't know how to do that. No CPR for sure. Swimming. I feel like that's too broad. This is like, I think this video is going to be talking about hyper niche things that not everybody knows how to do, but it's like, if you see somebody that knows how to do it, you're like, damn, that's useful. I don't think swimming's one of those things.
We started a list, and over the last few weeks, we've come up with 42
Sew a button. Oh my God, I would never know how to do that. I don't think I could know how to sew anything. Cook rice. Oh my God. My friend the other day fucking informed me that you're supposed to wash your rice before you cook it, and I never knew that, and I've always made really shitty rice. And I was like, why does my rice always suck? I'm like overcooking it. No, you're supposed to hand wash your rice like multiple times. You didn't know that? Not until like a month ago.
Simple, useful things that we think everyone should learn how to do. And I promise you, there is something on this list that you'll learn.
Maybe like a rinse, but not like wash. He was like, no, you should wash your rice until it's like there's no more white fluff stuff coming out. Never knew.
One day, you'll use it, whether it's alone or in front of a bunch of people, and you are going to feel so awesome. So in no particular order, number 1, learn the basics of how a toilet works and how to...
Oh my God, no. I will stand on this. When my grandfather tried to make me fix a toilet, you should not need to know how to fucking unscrew and fix your fucking toilet. That is a stupid, call a plumber. Call a plumber. I don't think I should need to know how to disassemble and reassemble my fucking toilet. That's not a task for me. Why? That should be something that I pay a person to fucking do. You need to know how to do it. I know how to do very basic things. Like, I know how to fix the shit on the top. What is that called? The water basin? I could take that off and fiddle with the shit on the top. I remember my toilet used to be fucked up and I had to mess with it. I know how to fix that.
Learn the basics of how a toilet works and how to fix it. Like that. Number 2, learn how to reset.
That is not the basics of fixing a toilet. That is how to attach the chain to the little bobber part. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. A fun fact, you ever sit on a toilet? I learned this the other day, chat. You learn something new every day. You know the fucking... If you ever sat on a toilet seat and it moves, it's a little loose, and you sit on it and it goes like... And now you're sitting on it weird and you have to like plop it back, and you're like, this sucks, right? It's usually like a home toilet. and you're like, how do you tighten this? Because you see this, you got to flick this bit up and there's a screw. Most people don't know that. I never knew that. You have to like wedge it open with like a screwdriver and it'll flick, it'll pop open and you could screw it tight.
Like that.
It's loose. I thought it was just a shitty toilet seat.
Number 2, learn how to reset a circuit breaker. Like that.
I feel like you learn that when you're like 10.
Number 3, learn how to remount a chain that has fallen off a bike.
That's
Number
a
4,
skill. That's a skill. I think I'd just ditch the bike. Like if my chain popped off my bike on a bike ride, I'm walking it back. I'm not fixing it there. I'm walking it back. I'm going to put the chain in my pocket. It's going to get all oil everywhere. It's going to suck. And I'm going to fucking walk it back. The holidays are here. I got my tree set up. I'm all festive. And people are buying gifts for each other left and right. And what better way to buy a gift for somebody than using the customizable Cash App card that you could order today? The Cash App card is a no hidden fees customizable debit card that you can have fit your own personal taste. You could draw on it. You could pick the color. You could change the emojis. You could have it glow in the dark. If you want. You also get exclusive cardholder discounts on everyday things that you buy, like coffee, video games, food delivery, and more. And you get exclusive pre-sale ticket access for major concert tours like Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. And for a limited time only, new Cash App customers over the age of 18 can earn $10 if they download the Cash App app. Use code CASH10 at profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within the first 14 days. And if you're 13 to 17, get a parent or guardian sponsored account. Sign up with code CASH10 and get $10 dropped into your account when you order an activated Cash App card and send $5 or more to a friend within the first 14 days. Terms apply. Thank you to Cash App for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it.
Learn CPR and when and how to use it. Imagine saving a child's life or a hot person's life. That would be so sick. Oh, and one tip. CPR isn't to resuscitate someone, it's to keep oxygen flowing to give them a better chance of surviving once help arrives. So step 1 of CPR is to call for help. Call for help, then...
I love how he's like dead fish hand CPRing his chest because he's not actually passed
CPR
out.
is to call for help. Call for help, then medically kiss. Number 5, learn how to jumpstart a dead battery.
Oh my God, I wish I knew that. Bro, I've left my gym so many times and somebody's like, do you got jumper cables? And I'm like, no, because I don't. Then I'll see a guy be like, yeah, man. And they just fucking, and they just start it. I don't know how to fucking jump a car. But here's and this is why I think online's bad. And I was just ranting about this for a philosophy video about like specialized labor. I could just YouTube anything. Like, I don't know how to change a tire either, but if it came down to it, I'm Googling a YouTube tutorial and there's going to be a guy that's like 45 that goes, all right, welcome, blank and blank. Today we're going to be teaching you how to fucking fix a tire. All right, first you're going to need to get this thing, and you're going to have to fucking unscrew it. Make sure you have a car jack, though. I'm going to be like, okay.
Dead positive, live negative, dead ground. And don't...
Yeah, but can't you, like, really fuck that up and electrocute yourself? That's why I never want to know this. Because if you... Can't you, like, die if you fucking put them on the wrong ones? Dude, like, I'd have so much anxiety on that. Where if I attach something wrong, it'll just fucking shock the shit out of me. That's why they have the rubber parts, though, so that doesn't happen.
Negative, dead ground.
Red? Is it red to red?
Live positive, live negative.
Red to red, black to black.
This one is incredibly simple, but is actually getting harder and harder as cars get more advanced. Figure out where your battery is and where your signal.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I know if I was road tripping with my friends and our car broke down, all four, like say there's 4 people, we'd be like, all right, let's pop the hood. And then we would just stare at the car. I'd just be looking at you. I'd be like, the only thing I know how to do is check the dipstick. Because that happened one time when my car broke down. It was like fucking leaking coolant or some shit. So I had to go to fucking Wawa and grab more.
Significant other's battery is. Is it in the trunk? Is it under the rear seat? Number 6, learn how to change a flat tire. Number 7, learn how to drive.
I knew that would be. Oh my God. See, yeah, just shit with cars. Learn how to drive stick, learn how to change a tire, learn how to check a dipstick.
Stick. And I mean this in the least macho car guy way possible. I think that everyone should know how to drive a manual transmission. Not even...
Can I say I've never driven a manual transmission car, but I've driven 3 manual transition tractors. I don't really remember how to do it, but I know the clutch change gear. I've done paddle shifters on cars too. That's not manual. It's the same thing. Yeah, but it's like, I feel like the experience is obviously different because you're using like, how? One was for a field trip, and then one's because like one of my family members used to be a farmer.
Number 8, learn how to exercise alone without any equipment. 9, learn.
Fucking calisthenics. Who doesn't know calisthenics? Push-ups, sit-ups, not curls. That's no equipment. Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, ab stuff.
Learn and appreciate the power of compound interest and don't find yourself on the wrong side of it. Our human brains understand things that go like this, and we're really bad at gauging things that go like this. Number 10, have a basic understanding of how taxes work.
Basic understanding of how taxes work. I think a bigger thing, too, is understanding this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. Understanding that if you leave your money in a bank, you're effectively losing money every year. Even if you're saving money, if you're saving money in a bank account that operates at a 0.04 interest or 0.4% or 0.04% interest rate, you're losing money to inflation because the average inflation rate's around like 3%. So if you have like 10 grand in a bank account that's generating like $30 a year, you're losing money. Like, you're not physically losing money, but the value of that money is less than it was the previous year, even with you just keeping it in a bank account. Like, it's good to save, but it's like you want to save at least in something that's going to, like, operate you at, like, something that's equivalent to the inflation rate. Yeah, high-yield savings accounts. It doesn't even have to be, like, investments, not financial advice.
Much money as you can, but you don't...
It's a legal thing. Gotta say it.
...want to get down the road and get audited or go to jail. Honestly, if you can't afford it, you should just pay someone to do your taxes. They can sometimes find ways to...
Yeah. I don't know how to do my taxes. I understand taxes because the tax guy explains it to me, my accountant. But I don't know how it works. Like, if I had to pay my taxes myself, I'd be fucked. I pay a guy, and I sit down with him at the end of the year, and he goes, okay. And he shows me a bunch of stuff. It's not hard. Zod, I think my taxes are impossible because I'm receiving 35 1099 forms from different companies that I've worked with. So I have to, yes, if you work a 9 to 5 and you're getting income from one company and you're filling out a W-4 form, it's something that's easy, right? And they're honestly holding a lot of taxes for Social Security and other stuff for you. But when you work a W-9, which is independent contracting form, which is every influencer ever, you don't get money taken out for taxes. So you owe a lot more than you think you do. And you're getting a lot of tax forms from different companies that you don't really understand how to balance that and what you're able to write off, what you're not able to write off, what tax applications work for certain things. So it's like a whole pain in the ass.
Learn how to sew a button. Classic wedding.
I think I'm gonna stick to duct tape if I'm ever in a situation like that.
Day hero moment. The groom commits too hard to the bit and just Superman's outside of his white shirt. Good thing you're there. Your little brother technically got the job title, but we all know who the best man is today. Number 12, learn how to iron a shirt. Whenever I iron my shirts, I imagine that I'm some sort of assassin, getting my suit ready before doing a hit.
I've never ironed a shirt. If I ever need something to not be wrinkled, I'll throw it in the dryer for like 15 minutes. Or 10 minutes.
Linen shirts, by the way, are supposed to be a little wrinkly. Number 13.
Yeah, but I should still know how to iron.
How to restart a water heater. Number 14.
My mom tried to teach me how to iron one time, and I turned on the iron, and she was like, all right, let me show you. And she thought it was off and just grabbed the front part of the iron. I felt so bad. And she had, like, no reaction. She was like, and I was like, dude, and I, like, panicked. She was like, it's fine. She just moved on. But it was like, it burned the shit out of her.
How to ride a motorcycle. I actually don't know how to do this, but I've been thinking a lot about the apocalypse for no reason. And I keep thinking, man, I should really learn how to ride a motorcycle so I can get the out of here if it comes down to it.
I don't know how to ride a street bike, but I know how to ride dirt bikes. I would feel like they would be the same.
14B.
Or at least similar.
Learn how to stop paying for stuff you don't know what it is. Sponsored by Mint Mobile. My phone.
Learn how to pay for stuff you don't know what it is. All right, well, that's an ad, so I'm going to skip it. But what the fuck does that mean?
Learn how to cook.
Learn how to cook.
A good steak and grill.
Learn how to use a grill. Learn how to grill well.
Grill a good burger. You want to be able to do it on a skillet, a gas grill.
No. That's not the skill. The skill is to learn how to cook a good steak or burger without cutting into it to see how well it is done. To be able to press your thumb on a burger or just look at it and know, or a burger or a steak, and just know if it's done or not is like a skill.
Or a charcoal grill. Look it up, practice, nail it, and then
get a thermometer. That's cringe.
And
you got to eyeball that shit. You just press on the steak. That's what I do. Filet. And if you need to cut into one, chat, cut into yours. That's how you seem cooler. If you're ever cooking people food, you're making steaks, you got to check a steak, cut into your steak. Don't cut into another person's steak.
Number 16, how to dice an onion. One end off, half, peel, cut long ways, cut flat ways, and chop. Alternate method, cut into bite-sized pieces, put in mouth, chew up for 30 seconds, spit.
Yo, him being able to chew an onion for 30 seconds and not gag
out on top of other food. I call that the crazy way. Number 17, how to cook rice. I rinse my rice to get rid of starch. I don't want to hear it. 1 part rice, 2 parts water, bring to boil, lower heat.
He said he doesn't rinse?
I rinse my rice to get rid of starch. I don't want to hear it. 1 part rice, 2 parts water, bring to boil, lower heat, cover, 15 minutes.
Dude, the problem with me is I never know how much water to use. And I eyeball it. And I always use way too much water. Way too much water. And then it's just sopping wet.
Turn heat off. Let it sit for another 5. Fluff it.
Oh my God, you guys, dude.
Measuring stuff isn't for dorks. But not having to measure stuff is definitely cool. 13.5 grams of sea salt.
I think a big thing for cooking, though, is the eyeball. Baking is different. It's very exact. It's a science. But I think cooking, I don't want to sound cringe. It's more of an art. When you're cooking, you could just test shit. Like, you just put it in there, taste it. It needs more of this. Eyeball.
Number 18, how to read a map. Number 19, how to find north with...
Yeah, how to read a map is fucking cooked. How to read a map, it's fucking over. No. I don't know road names. Dude, if you handed me a map, you're like, we got to get point A to point B, I'd be able to figure it out. I'd be tweaking, bro. I never read road signs. I never look at that shit. I just wait for Siri to tell me where I need to go.
Out a compass. Number 20, how to start and tend a good campfire. I like to imagine I'm building a little tiny house, and then I shove it full of stuff and burn it down.
We're at like a men's retreat.
See, the fire, gentlemen, is right here, but it's also been inside of all of you all along.
We've also decided that everyone should learn one solid party trick. One song.
Damn. Yo, that's actually true. Being able to know like one really cool niche thing. My party trick, well, it wasn't even really a party trick. I used to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube and I can juggle. That would be my 2. But I don't even think that's very cool.
On any instrument. Start to finish.
Cap? Yeah, now you're trying to get me to juggle some shit. I knew somebody was going to say that. I hope I don't break one of these. Fuck, I hit the mic. Hold on. Stop. Dude, it's because it's it's because it's random objects. If they were balls, it'd be easier. Fuck. It's coming.
And one actually good long joke. You want to hear my pizza
One good long joke. I don't know a good long joke.
joke? Nah, it's too cheesy. You see, that was the opposite. That was neither long nor good. 24. Discovering that Zach knew how to tie sick knots was one of the most inspiring moments of my life and inspired this video. So I said, Zach, my brother, give me the first 5 most useful knots that everyone should know, and I'm going to learn them.
All right, 5 knots. Knot number 1, the bow line. Bunny comes out of the tree, around the tree, back down the hole.
This is good.
Yo, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know how to knot anything, dude. I know how to tie my shoes. If I had to make a knot, I would just loop it and tie it. Wait, I'll do it with tooth floss. Like, if I was tying a knot, I'm going to go like that. Like, say I have to tie this. I would just go like this, pin it through, tighten. I would probably do it again, and then I'd probably do it, like, through one of the other knots that I kind of, like, loosely knotted. That's just a regular knot. Might as well use the tooth floss.
If you find a mare on an island and you want to make some stirrups.
Next is the butterfly loop. If you have a damaged piece of rope, you can still use the rope if you put the damaged part in a butterfly loop. So now this rope
That's a sick-ass knot.
is just as strong as it was, but if you had a little cut piece of rope, it would no longer be in the way. Okay, to join 2 pieces of rope, you might think to use a square knot, which I do sometimes. It's not a big deal, but technically a sheep bend is better in case you have different sized rope.
See, I'm not learning it that fast, though.
Yeah, this won't slip where a square knot could.
I feel like this is something you have to do yourself. You can't just watch it.
If they're really different sized ropes. Taut line hitch. This is good to have an adjustable loop at the end of your rope. So now if it's under tension, it won't move.
Yeah.
But then if you slide...
Oh my god, you could slide it around. Yo, this is some expert-ass shit. This is a fucking... This isn't even a party trick. This is the guy you want to go camping with. Hang up the fucking hammocks, man. Oh my god. A fucking tightening and loosening knot.
For if you find a mare on an island and you need to make like a lead.
Trucker's hitch. Somebody in our camping video said, hey, nice trucker's hitch, and that meant a lot. Really good for, like, if you were putting something on a truck and you want to tighten it down. As you pull, you've got like a ton of leverage.
When am I ever using that? When am I ever using that knot? Like, the other ones I could see... Dude, the last one where you tighten it, I could see that shit. Like, I'd hang up a hammock. Or the other one where, like, there's a broken piece. Like, yeah, say I'm in fucking survival situation. Or, like, I'm camping, my knot breaks. When the fuck am I using this?
You just take a loop like this and push it through. And then if you want to release, you just pull this, and it'll all come apart.
Run free, mare.
5 knots.
5 knots.
Easy.
Wow.
Number 29. Learn how to give constructive feedback. Because feedback without a path forward is just criticism. So be kind, but don't bury the message. This isn't a I gotcha, you're in trouble moment. This is a, oh, how can I help you do a better job moment. You're not like scolding somebody. You're helping them correct their thing. Number 30, how to give a good toast or speech. I've seen a lot of these.
A good toaster speech, bro. I feel like that really comes down to like social skills. I think you could have a lot of moments where people are like, you got to do the toast. You got to do our thanks. And it's like, all right, you're really putting me on the spot here. But it's like in the right time and place, you just know what to say. I think just say something that's like mildly philosophical. That's not one that's so fence-sitting that like everybody can relate to it. Cheers to this family. It's an honor to be a part of this with you guys. I love being able to share these small moments that we have with each other. I know we don't meet each other often. We don't see each other often. But I always think back to you guys when I think about the holidays. And it's an honor to spend them with all of you. Just and then just like go off that. Like literally just be like some lame ass fucking... Oh, you know, I love this. We're all living together. Like, just like some fucking let's hold hands and go, some fucking shit. Just come up with some shit where you can fucking hold hands and be like, you know, life's awesome. Some peace shit.
And there's a lot of pretty bad examples presented as good on the internet. It's not about you. Have a plan. Keep it short. Don't make it about you.
Oh, God. Who the fuck would make a cheers about themselves? Ugh.
You. No inside jokes. I know it's tempting, but you're trying to make more than one person laugh. No negative stuff. Speak from the heart.
Dude, learn how to give a fucking best man speech. Learn how to give a fucking best man speech. You kill that shit. That's what dude, that's like a nerve-wracking thing. Or give a wedding speech. Just learn how to give a wedding speech. And learn how to speak at a funeral. Could be very emotional. I think that you should know what the fuck you're gonna say at a fucking funeral. Just, pay thanks, fucking talk about a dead person. Like, that's something.
And if it's a best man speech, mention the bride. It's not a
oh my God
speech about how good of friends you are with the person.
Yeah, it's always dude, best men speeches, it'll always be like, yeah, you're such a great guy. I love you, man. You got to pivot that to, you guys are great for each other. I've known you my whole life, and when blank and blank met you, it was, I could tell you guys were a match. You're great for each other. Blah, blah, blah. Glaze.
It's about those two people. I remember I met Jared in 6. I don't fucking care. When did he meet?
Nah, I think sometimes that's a funny story, though.
Evelyn. That's what we're here to do. Number 31, learn how to memorize names when you're meeting someone. This is an old trick. I know a lot of people do it, but I try to do the thing where I use their name 3 times in the conversation, and it's okay if you get caught. People like...
Dude, learning how to learn somebody's name is so fucking hard. Because I'm always like, yo, nice to meet you, I'm Joe. And I immediately start going, I just need to talk to them, and I always forget their name. But what I've gotten better at is just being like, sorry, what was your name again? Really quickly, though. You have like a shot clock. You have like 10 minutes after you meet the person to re-ask them what their name is without it being disrespectful. And that's when you got to ask him, I literally when I was in Austin, met one of the guys, met like 3 people, and I was so focused on saying my own name that like 5 minutes later, I was like, don't remember any of their names. Immediately walked up to him. I was like, what's your name again? And he was like, blank, blank. And I was like, oh, okay. Sorry. And I just go, I always focus on my own name.
Like that you're trying to memorize their name. Nice to meet you, Mark. Is that Mark with a K? Oh, interesting. Mark with an X. So, Mark, what makes you think you deserve my mom? Huh, Mark? Number 32, learn how to introduce 2 people. If you're one of those...
Oh my God, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at this. I'll just be like, this is blank. I feel like you got to have a little intro. You'll be like, John and Jamie, you 2 meet each other. You guys, hey, both play tennis. That's really cool. Met both of you, blank to blank. And then you just do a little intro for them, for each other.
And you run into another friend, and they don't know each other. And you don't introduce them to each other, and you let your friend stand there in silence, feeling like...
I've done this so many times. Oh my God, I've done this so many times. And I've had my friends do it to me. I feel like everybody's experienced this on one end or both ends of the spectrum.
Stop. Introduce people.
I think a lot of the time, though, you also got to just skip that entirely and just introduce yourself. Break that. If it's like, your friend's not going to intro you, be like, hey, I'm Joe.
All right, here's 3 things that I think you should include.
It is like a chud thing, though. Say you're hanging out with a guy named Mark. Mark should be like, oh, hey, Frank, this is my friend Joe. Versus me being like, nah, I'm Mark's friend. Dead fish handshake, too. I'm Mark's friend. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry.
In the introduction. Number 1, both of their names, first and last. Your relationship to both of...
Wait, sorry, I was not paying attention.
Number 1, both of their names, first...
Oh, okay. How to intro each other.
First and last. Your relationship to both of them. How do you know each other? And ideally, add something that they might have in common.
Yup.
Example. Hey, Jesse. How's it going, man? What are you doing on this side of town? Do you know Zach Redpath? Yeah, he and I worked at Donut together. Zach, this is Jesse Wood. I met him at Mark's funeral. Much like you, Jesse also drives an old car. Zach, Jesse has a Saab.
I don't know. I feel like you need something more relatable than that. You both drive shitters. Or not shitters, old cars like a vintage car? Okay, that's different. Is that what he meant? He meant like an old car, like you both drive old cars that are like good that they're old. Not like old cars like you both drive a 2003 Honda Accord. Okay, if they both drive the same exact car, that would be something worth mentioning. If you both drive gray 2010 Honda Pilots, I'd be like, that is fascinating.
Next thing you know, Jesse and Zach will be hanging out with each other without even you around. Oh, I guess you guys don't fucking need me anymore. Why don't I just go jump in the river? 33, how to politely decline offers. I think there is a temptation to lie a lot of times. Like, hey, something came up, or I'm like really busy. But the truth is, like, I'm not. I just don't want to do it. And I think it's more honorable to...
I think a lot of the time, I think most situations where somebody asks me to do something, though, or asks me for something, I am busy. Like, I'm actually like, no, I can't. It's very rare that I'll fake being busy to not do something.
Number 34, how to put out a grease fire. Pro tip, don't use water.
Aren't you supposed to use, like, flour? Just anything that suffocates the flames?
Number 35, 36, and 37, how to dress for a wedding, how to dress for a job interview, and how to dress as an adult. Wedding, first off, they'll tell you how to dress on the invitation.
Yeah, don't they tell you the, like, attire/color scheme that you should work with?
They'll tell you how. Although the meanings don't mean the same as they used to, it's generally a little bit more casual version of what it used to mean. At this point in your life, you should probably own a suit. It does not have...
I need to get a suit, bro. I have a suit jacket and slacks, but I really want to get, like, a fitted suit. I feel like that's such a... Why? Because I'm 23 now. While I'm mentally still aging, physically I'm not going to get much larger than I am now. So I think now is the time that I could get fitted for a suit. It be expensive, but me to be able to use that suit for the next 15 years.
Have to be an expensive suit, but it should be a well-fitting suit. And a cheap, tailored suit always looks better than an expensive...
I'm writing this down, bitch. I'm writing this down. I'm going to get a fitted suit soon. I'm going to get a fucking fitted suit soon.
For a job interview, you want to look like you have your shit together, because a job is basically getting paid to help everyone else keep the collective shit together. But that doesn't mean just like go hard into the like professional direction. You also want to show that you're a good fit for the culture. So do a little...
Yeah, I think the job interview outfit should match the vibe of the job. And if it's like even a low minimum wage job, like just show up in something that's not a suit, but like a nice outfit. If it's something that's like corporate work, maybe show up in a suit. But if it's like just a job that you're going to be working at like a fucking internship with, I don't know, like you're going to become a teacher, you're doing an interview. You're probably not going to wear a suit. You're probably just going to wear like a nice outfit, maybe a button-up.
Research. Figure out the vibe. You should probably be doing this anyway to decide if you want to work there. If that means a suit, then wear a suit. Nowadays, it probably doesn't. If that means a collared shirt, throw on a collared shirt. Honestly, if it's like a creative agency or something, it would probably be in your best interest to just dress weird as fuck. I've been to these.
Yeah, honestly. But like, what industry are you applying for where you would just want to dress weird? Like if you're going into something with film or the arts
places, you just wear curtains for pants. And then how to just
you're interviewing for a mall security job. You just show up as Paul Blart, pull up in one of those fucking Segways. Yeah, I take this job pretty seriously. So, whatever you guys need me to do, I'm really down to just put a stop to the crime all in general. I have a lot of my gear, so you don't need to provide that. And I do have a Segway, as long as you guys have the charging equipment that's necessary for me to, do a refuel on my break.
Just generally dress for adulthood. If you're into fashion, you read about it, you keep up with...
And if the Auntie Anne's that's right around the corner would be able to reserve me a pretzel hot dog every day, that would be very much appreciated.
If you're not into fashion in that way, but you want to dress like a grown-up and never look back at a picture and think, ooh, what was I wearing? If you want people to consider you a well-dressed person, dress like Harrison Ford. I'm 100% serious. Just dress like Harrison Ford. As a non-fashion adult, you're not expected to keep up with trends. And Harrison Ford looked cool in 1978. He looked cool in 1992. He looked cool in 2005. And he still looks cool today. Even his fun earring is timeless.
You talking to me?
That is a cool-ass earring, bro.
Dress like Harrison Ford. Number 38. We should all
just wear nice clothes.
All know how to talk to strangers. I
think that's the problem for like guys, is like fashion. There's a difference between dressing nice and being fashionable, and ordering and getting actual fashionable outfits that match is hard.
Number 38. We should all know how to talk to strangers. I'm still working on this one. I am definitely a product of the internet and COVID. It's scary talking to people out in public, but it gets easier with repetition. A lot of times, it's very rewarding. You know how good it feels walking back to your car after you go to like the bagel place and have a little chat with a couple? You feel like freaking mayor of small town USA. You know what I mean? You're like George Bailey, the richest man I know. I think because I do what I do, a lot of people are surprised to learn that I'm extremely shy. I got a lot of social anxiety.
Well, I think, yeah, most people assume that, like, internet personalities are always extroverted, but the amount of people that do YouTube or Twitch or just social media in general that are introverts, I would say outweigh the extroverts. Outside of people that actually IRL stream or do content that involves interacting with strangers. You're a perfect example. I mean, I don't know. I would say I'm the in-between of an introvert and an extrovert. I used to be very introverted. At times, I could be very extroverted, but I think it's more like an ambivert or whatever they would call it. I'm not like extremely shy, but I also do enjoy just hanging out with people that I know.
I'm basically alone in a room. So I encourage you to join me and face your fears and talk to people. I also encourage you to not be a weirdo. Feel out the vibe. Don't lead with, you look hot.
Oh, that's what do you mean in like flirting instances?
Good luck. Number 39. Learn how to lift things without hurting your back. Number 40. Learn how to disagree with others in a civil manner. Our comment section is one of the most civil comment sections on YouTube. So if you want more civility in your life, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump down in there, talk to some of the others.
It's just everybody bickering with each other, just full-on screaming matches. That'd be hilarious if all the comments were just toxic. What do you fucking mean I need to get a tailored suit?
Learn how to receive compliments. You guys know it can feel a little awkward when someone gives you a compliment sometimes. And
just say thank you.
I think our response very often is to like downplay it or make a joke out of it because we feel a little.
I go, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, bro. Somebody walks up to me. Love your content, man. You really help my mental health. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
But recently, I realized that that's a little bit rude.
Thank you kindly. Hold up. I gotta go buy a hat so I could tip it.
It's weirder to be like, oh, no, dude, I suck. And then they're like, no, you don't suck. It's like, nah, dude, I'm a piece of shit. By being overly modest, you're like forcing them to glaze you harder, which is the opposite of what we all want to happen in the situation. So thanks, man. That really means a lot. And then let's move on. Hey, man, you're really good at tennis. Nah. Yeah, you are. No, dude, I suck. No, you don't.
I think there's instances where you can be like, I appreciate that, but I'm not that good. You know, if they come out swinging with the glaze.
Suck, you're like really good. No, dude, I'm freaking dog crap at tennis, and I barely even am good at it at all. Hardly even know the rules. No, man, I was seeing you're really good at it. Honestly, dude, I suck so bad at tennis, I should probably go to the hospital. What? I should probably go to the freaking hospital because I suck so bad at tennis, and I'm basically injured and debilitated because I'm actually so bad at this game and I'm not even good at all.
I love how it just cuts
dude,
back
I
to
was
him
just trying to
VOing
give you a
it.
compliment. No, like I am bad at tennis, and if you think that I'm not, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah, I don't think I want to play tennis with you next week. Good, because I suck, and it might be contagious. And finally, number 42, the point of this entire video. Learn how to do new things. This is the...
What, instead of like always pushing that task off or just calling somebody else to do it? I think there's instances where you should learn specific tasks like a lot of the things in this video, but there's also things where it's like, it just makes sense to pay somebody else to do it.
The entire point of this channel. And if you guys have one takeaway from not only this video, but all of our videos, is that I want to encourage you to learn new stuff. The most powerful skill is the ability and willingness to learn. And the only way to get good at learning is to constantly push yourself to learn new things.
Fire video. Fire video. Learn how to create memories and preserve them, how to compliment somebody, how to host, how to choose and give gifts. Ooh, how to get a good gift for somebody. That's a good skill. Remember things about it. Learn how to remember things about an individual, so where you, even if they bring it up one time, that's a message for like your significant others or just like friends in general. You know, if you meet somebody and they're like, damn, I really like this, and they bring it up one time and you remember 8 months later and you get something in relation to that, they'll be like, you're the best person ever. And it's just so nice. You know, it makes them happy. So, all right. Next video. Which country has the worst manners? Etiquette expert answers questions. We've seen this guy before talk about etiquette. It's really fascinating. If you remember, he showed how you're supposed to properly eat peas, and he stabbed them with a fork, which I thought was interesting because I always thought you would eat in peas with a spoon.
If you saw the late Queen eat a burger, all of a sudden she is not the late Queen, because the Queen does not eat burgers. I'm sure the Queen did eat a burger in private.
Why does the Queen not eat burgers? Is that like a rule? Because it's like commoner food.
What do you think the Queen's McDonald's order would have been?
Oh, she was...
the Queen of England probably would have gotten a fish fillet of fish, rather.
Anyone's for a fillet of fish. She was. She did. Hello, I'm William Hanson. I'm an etiquette coach, and today I'm answering questions from the Honesty Box.
It's not a pre-watch, bro. That's honestly, that's me stereotyping British people. Like, what? What would the late old Queen of England get at McDonald's? Probably a fish sandwich.
Should you tell someone if they have bad manners? This is the politeness paradox. It is technically bad manners to point out people's bad manners themselves. Makes my job one of the rudest jobs going, but
Dude, pointing out bad manners would be so lame. It depends how bad of manners somebody has. Like this I'm pointing out. You know, imagine you're having a conversation with me at dinner. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I just kind of... Hold up. You just coughing into the air. Something like that. You know, that's disgusting. That's not even bad manners. That's just like you're spreading illnesses, you know. Cough into your elbow, your shoulder. It's only okay for kids. Bro, even a kid coughing, dude, just like straight, like one of those like, cover your fucking mouth. Like that. I would say something about that. But if it's like, oh, they have their elbows on the table or they're fucking cutting a steak wrong, I'm not saying shit.
I think it's better to lead by example rather than to actually tell them off. And if you are going to sort of correct them, it should be done in a very gentle, compassionate way.
Perfect answer. When you're done, just chuck it on the ground.
Can I place them there?
How politely can you chuck it away?
How should you hold a knife and fork? Great question.
Yo, I used to hold my fucking knives and forks like like a caveman. Where's like an object? I used to use a fork like you're supposed like okay, if I'm cutting a steak, you know, and then I think you're supposed to switch hands, right? Aren't you supposed to put it down and switch hands and then eat it? That's stupid as fuck. Cut it, eat. Cut it, eat. There's been times where I'm so lazy that I will cut it, stab it with the knife, eat it. But when I was a kid, I used to hold a spoon like this. Like if this was the spoon. Like I used to eat cereal and I would just hold the spoon or a fork and I would stab shit like this. Like a caveman. You've told us that already? Oh yeah, sorry I mentioned that 2 years ago and you remember that. I can't repeat myself ever. The holidays are here. And the sports are kicking up, whether it be the NHL, the College Football Bowl, the NFL games, or anything of those sorts. Sports are bigger than ever. And what a better way to spice up the holiday games than with DraftKings Sportsbook, the sponsor of today's video. New DraftKings customers signing up with promo code JOEB can place a $5 bet and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. I'm a big parlay guy. Love a 3-pick parlay. Talk about it on stream all the time. It doesn't mean you need to be. You know, the crown's yours. That's DraftKings slogan. You know, you can, bet on whatever sport you want to. In whichever way you want to. That's why the crown's yours. Anyways, and if DraftKings Sportsbook isn't yet available in your state, you could still take part in DraftKings Fantasy. So sign up for DraftKings today. Link in description. Download the app. Use promo code JOEB at sign up. Place a $5 bet. And if your bet hits, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Well, look what's in the honesty box for me already. Some very expensive looking cutlery. So conventionally, the fork was held in the left hand and the knife was held in the right hand. But this goes back to a right hand bias when you were not allowed to use your left hand.
Oh my God, do left-handed people hold it the opposite way? Anybody that's left-handed in chat, do you hold the fork with your left hand or no?
To write or to carry your knife, and that's not necessarily just a table knife, that was your sword as well. So there was very much a bias on the right hand. Today, it is if you are left-handed, all God's creatures, it's absolutely fine, they're all amongst us. You can just switch the cutlery. You still hold it in exactly the same way, and that is with your index finger going down the shaft of the fork, stopping just before the bridge, and your finger going down the shaft of the knife, stopping where the blade...
Why does this shit matter? Who's fucking watching that? Like, I'm not going to a restaurant just fucking like, ooh, the index finger's a little too far up the neck of that fork there, buddy. That's not common etiquette.
And the handle meet. So whether you're eating in a left-handed way or in a more conventional right-handed way, this is how you hold a knife and fork. And we want the handles of the cutlery tucked into the palm of your hand. We don't want them sticking out like so. And ideally, try not to hold a knife like a pen because you won't have as much control of what you're cutting. And that's when you get petit pois flying off onto your neighbour's lap. And nobody wants that. How do you say scone? Scone. Do you want any more on that?
Why do people say it's scone and think scone is posher?
I think people say scone because they think it sounds posher, like bone or cone. But no, it's scone. Although there is an argument.
Oh my God, who cares? Who cares? What is a scone? I don't even know what a scone is. Is that like a pastry? Is that some shit that people eat for breakfast? What is a scone? Scone. A scone. It's a traditional British food. This is a scone. It looks weird. It looks like a fucking cookie, but like a biscuit cookie. Okay. It has like cream cheese or some shit on it. Ew. I mean, it didn't look bad. It didn't look good, but...
They do sort of have origins at the Palace of Scone in Scotland, so there is an argument that nobody is correct, and we should say scoons. But you sound like a loon if you say that. So, no, it's scone, because once it's scone, it's gone. Why are elbows on the table rude? So, yeah, I mean, if it's a dining table, it's actually very hard to eat with your...
Nope, I disagree. I will stand on the elbows on the table being perfectly normal and good. It's casual conversation. If I'm having a conversation, I'm probably crossing my arms and I'm putting both of my elbows on the table. At a restaurant, at a fancy restaurant, I'll sit like this. I don't give a fuck. Because this isn't the 16th century. I'm pretty sure historically the elbows on the table rule was a thing because they used to have wide tables that they would like lay on top of like pedestals or something. And if you put your elbows on the table, it would flip the table. So it was like, it wasn't even etiquette. It was just like, hey, if you put your elbows on the table, you're going to fucking knock everything off. But that's not a thing anymore. So it's like, who cares? You know, if there's no room on the table to put your elbows, all right, fine, don't put your elbows on the table. But it's like, most restaurants, you have more than enough space.
Elbows on the table. But towards the end of a meal is normally when you see people doing it, is that particularly if it's a dinner and they're getting a bit tired and they need a bit of support. Historically, why we don't do that is because the dining tables that we used to dine from in the medieval period were, they weren't secure tables like this. They were benches.
Hey, I know history.
With sheets of wood put on top of them. And the food was served completely differently from how it would be served now. And it was sort of put down almost like a big buffet down the middle of the table for balance and to secure it. So if you then started putting weight on another part of the table, you would tip the tables, and thus it was bad manners for you to put your elbows on the table. So,
but I wouldn't even say that's bad manners. Like, manners is like this, like, posh, like richy rich way of conducting yourself at a formal dinner. You know, how you're supposed to it's very small things you're supposed to do to impress and not upset other people at the dining table. Fuck that, right? Just don't be an asshole. Like, it's just, I feel like it's very simple.
Doesn't really have anything to...
Don't blow your nose. I blow my nose at the table sometimes. That's bad manners. Bro, but if I gotta blow my nose, that pisses me off. If I gotta blow my nose, I don't want to have to get up, go to the bathroom, blow my nose, come back. It's gross. What if I'm eating hot wings? And see that now I'm gonna fucking hold up. I'm gonna get real fucking angry about this because I've had people get mad at me that I've blown my nose at a fucking table before in my family, and I've got not mad, but they're like, you shouldn't do that. Yo, if I'm eating buffalo wings, my hands are covered in shit. My mouth is covered in shit. My nose is running because the wings have a lot of vinegar and are spicy. Sorry, let me get up and go to the bathroom. I'm already disgusting, right? I'm already covered in filth. You know, what?
To do with etiquette. It was more sort of safety of the food and ensuring that you had food. And we're now sort of 500 plus years later so ingrained that we just don't put our elbows on the table. We sort of equate it to looking bad. It does look bad, but historically, it had nothing to do with looking bad. It was just to do with the food. Should you always say bless you? Well, not so much anymore.
The old predicament when somebody sneezes multiple times in a row. I've gotten to know there's a type of person that sneezes multiple times in a row. I'm a one sneeze and I'm good. Bless you. Thank you. You have a friend. Sneeze. 4 times, sneeze. And then you say it once. Right, but it is really awkward when you're like, sneeze, bless you. They sneeze again, bless you. They sneeze again, bless you. You see him winding up for the 4th one. Don't you fucking sneeze.
Or there is an argument for not...
I can't do more than 3.
Saying it. It goes back to sort of saying... You would say bless you to someone else because in the medieval times they had the bubonic plague or might have had the bubonic plague, and so you were saying bless you as their...
Wait, that was where it started, was the bubonic plague? I knew you said bless you because it was like, oh, you might be getting sick, and getting sick in the olden times meant you were probably going to fucking die. I didn't know it was during the plague times.
A soul left their body as they were on their way to whatever comes next. Hopefully, touch wood, we're all okay now, so there's no need to say that. But I think, again, it's like the elbows on the table thing. It's a hangover.
Knocking on wood is also based in, like, spiritual origin. I know that. Like, when you knock on wood, that's based off some sort of either religion or, like, spiritual belief that, like, trees had something in them that would prevent, like, evil spirits.
So it probably is better to say bless you.
I knock on wood all the time. That's like one superstition that I say bless you when people sneeze, and I knock on wood.
Sort of stare at them.
Knock on wood, question mark? Yeah. Like, if you're like, the Eagles are going to win this Super Bowl, knock on wood. Like, you're making a claim of something that will happen, and you're confident of it, and so you don't want to jinx it, so you knock on wood. Or you're talking about something that you don't want to happen, and then you knock on wood because you don't want it to happen, you know?
As they say, nothing. There is
never heard of that in my life. What? You've never heard of knock on wood? That's like, dude, I feel like you hear that every other day. Do you live in a cave?
Societal expectation that you say bless you. Should you raise your pinky when drinking tea?
Oh, God
Lovely
damn it, dude. These questions are pissing me off.
question. And again, out of my box comes a nice cup and saucer from the nearest charity shop. So, in terms of extending your little finger, it's a bit sort of Disney Hollywood to think that you do this and that posh people do this. You don't. You keep that finger tucked in. How we hold a teacup is by pinching with the thumb and the index finger between the handle.
I don't think I've ever used a teacup in my fucking life, bro. I'm drinking tea out of a fucking coffee mug. That's what I'm going to do.
And the rest of our fingers follow the shape of the handle, and we keep our elbow nice and tucked in. The sticking the little finger thing comes from a couple of origins for it, but the one I like to say is supposedly in the court of Louis XIV and XV, where tea drinking was at its peak. It had just come in. It was very heavily taxed. It was only the royal family in France. And
you heard of throwing salt over your shoulder as a superstition. Yeah, but that's only if you spill salt. I'll do that. And that's really annoying when you spill. I spill salt when I'm cooking, and then you're in your own fucking kitchen, and then I'm sitting here going, I just dump salt on the floor. But it's like I have to. You know, it's easier when you're at a restaurant. You knock over the salt shaker, you're like, you know, you don't got to clean it up. It's whatever. Now you're in your own fucking abode. You got to fucking toss salt on the floor. It sucks.
Not realizing that actually,
I am going to skip the fucking pinky tea one because I don't give a shit about that.
Should men pay on the first date?
You should offer. Chivalrous. I think a lot of people... Chat, should men pay on the first date? I think a lot of people, like, with, like, male and female equality, like, some guy, there's, like, a type of guy that'll be like, well, why do I have to pay on the first date then? Why don't you pay? Why don't you pay? Why don't you split? Because it's still chivalrous, right? Just because you want men and women to be equal doesn't mean you shouldn't be nice. Like, it's the chivalrous thing to do. It's a nice thing to do as a guy to be like, yo, can I pay on the first date? You know, like, let me pay, you know? Or splitting's fine. Like, it depends on the couple. You know, you arrange that with your girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever you're with, you know? You figure that the fuck out. But it's like first date and you're a guy, offer to pay.
So I would say the one...
What do gay men do? Split? Mask pays? Is that real? Is that real? No way. There's no way.
One of the biggest areas of change with etiquette is around dating. And I would say...
Any gay chatters know what happens? Like, what do you do? Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, for gay men that go on dates, why would I fucking ask ChatGPT that?
Whoever
when there's probably gay people in my chat that could just answer the question for me. I'm a lesbian. All right, well, what do lesbians do?
Initiated the date should pay.
I'm not trying to sound like a dumbass. I'm actually asking because I don't know. Like, I want to know. Like, who pays? You don't always split. There's no... And maybe it's just like you both offer to pay. Somebody just ends up paying. It's just situational.
So if I asked somebody out on a date, other than my husband being slightly alarmed that I've done that, but if I asked someone out on a date, I would pay. If they asked me out on a date, they would pay.
Oh my God, that's so... Wow, that solves everything. See, this is why we watch this guy. He fucking knows everything. The person that asks the other on the date should be the one to pay. I think that makes sense in general. And it's usually the guy that asks the girl out on the date. Whoever's the one that's like, hey, you want to go on a date? Yeah, no, that's valid. Because that is lame as hell if you ask somebody out on a date and then expect them to pay. That's weird. That's really weird. You go, hey, I just said that. Yeah, well, Zod, I kind of like filter out your chats mentally.
Can you split the bill? Maybe if the date had gone badly and you think there's absolutely not a hope in hell of us ever meeting again.
Date went badly, you go to the bathroom and just jump out the window and leave.
However, some people say they'd much rather split the bill even if it's the most phenomenal date and then everyone just pays, you know, half. It's fine. As long as you talk to one another and everyone's happy with whatever arrangement, it doesn't really bother me.
What else has changed in dating?
The Georgians had a lovely idea, which I do think we could bring back, called the bundling board, which is where you were allowed to, once a couple had become engaged, they were allowed to spend the night together. but not to, see if, they were compatible in that way, but just to sort of
Fucking.
see, did they snore, for example. And so a wooden board, was put down the middle of the bed, and it was always in the bride-to-be's family house. The family would wait up to hear if there are any untoward noise.
Wait, what? So when they were engaged, they would sleep together to see if they hated, not sleep like fuck. They would sleep like sleep to see if they couldn't lay in bed together.
Noises going on upstairs, and you would just sort of spend the night together just to see, did they pass wind? Were they pleasant to share a bed with? And I think we all need to bring that back. Worst thing to eat while following proper etiquette.
Bro, I'm ripping ass 5 times a night. Yeah, just say fart. Yeah, passing wind. Rip ass. Are they farting? Yeah. What does Brooke say? Dude, there's sometimes where I'll eat, if I eat a lot of, broccoli or asparagus, my farts will smell so bad, and it's so funny. She'll get, really upset sometimes, but it's so funny. I'll rip ass, and it'll be, a silent one. And, 10 seconds go by, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just trying to, keep my composure, and then randomly she'll go, oh, and then fucking get up. Oh, and then stand up. Silent but deadly? Yeah, no, the loud ones are usually normal.
Well, burgers are pretty while following proper etiquette.
Worst thing to eat while following proper etiquette: chicken wings. No, ribs. Ribs. What's the worst food to eat? Crabs. No, it's not ribs, not chicken wings, crabs. Going to a fucking getting a bib and fucking trying to fucking, peel out the meat and dunk it in butter. Your hands are covered in shit. It's not hard. I'm not saying it's hard. I'm saying it's disgusting.
Etiquette. Well, burgers are pretty sort of messy. I mean, sort of restaurant burgers where they are so big, you are going to have to deconstruct the burger. I know I get into a lot of controversy online for doing that. I think possibly my Esther.
Well, I'm not deconstructing a burger. If I ever see some shit where if they tell me the weight of the burger on the menu, don't order it. Don't order it. That's the Joe Bart rule of thumb. If they tell you the weight of the patty, they're about to wheel that bitch out. The bottom bun's going to be sopping wet, and it's going to be that thick of a fucking burger. Like they just took a packet of ground beef and went, and then plopped it. The fucking guy on coke in the back that's cooking that shit up mushed it, fucking just wedged it on there. You're at some diner. Fuck that.
America has been terminated, but it is better just to sort of...
That's the best. You like that? Chat, thin or thick burgers? Thin, smash burger, or not even a smash burger. Just I think this thin or thinner. If the burger's that thick, half pound, yuck. You can't make that taste good.
Construct it and cut and eat it with a knife.
Just stack multiple thin burgers. Just get 3 thin burgers.
And fork. Yes, they're delicious if that's your thing and you want to eat a burger, whether it's beef, chicken, or a veggie burger. However, it is a burger at the end of the day. And if you're trying to present a certain type of image to either the person you're on a date with, a colleague, a future employer, an ambassador, whoever it is, don't order the burger. If you saw the late Queen eat a burger, all of a sudden she is not the late Queen because the Queen does not eat burgers. I'm sure the Queen did eat a burger in private, but in public you have your public and private image, and actually sometimes you need to not necessarily order the thing that you want to. Go back the next day and have the burger when you're not around other people if you desperately want it.
What do you think the Queen's McDonald's order would have been? A secret McDonald's order?
Oh, she was anyone's for a fillet of fish. She was. She did.
Filet of fish.
Is it okay to ask for seconds? No. If it is offered, if you come to my house and there is leftover...
Who the fuck asks for seconds?
Lasagna or something, I would say, would anyone like any more? That is fine. But if you can see some lasagna on the side...
Me? I don't think I've ever asked for seconds. I don't think it's rude. Usually you're just offered. Any situation where you want seconds, it's probably like a buffet style, no? Like if you're at a family dinner, they probably have more food than you need, at least in the US. From how I understand US family dinners, there's always more food made than needed. And so you could just grab what you want. You make your own plate. Versus like dinner actually do you guys have dinners where you're actually served? Like where they pre-make the plate for you?
And it hasn't been
No.
offered. Unfortunately, as a
No.
guest, you can't say anything. And maybe that's because the host is thinking, good, well, that'll do my lunch tomorrow. So I don't need to offer. Or maybe there's only one portion and there are 6 guests. And actually...
Thanksgiving? That's the one holiday where you're definitely just making your own shit. What? Thanksgiving? Your family makes pre-made plates? I would hate that. I would fucking hate that. There's too many things. I don't want somebody to choose for me. You know, I want to grab 3 rolls, a lot of bread. Getting a lot of bread because I'm not a big fan of the Thanksgiving meal. 2 pieces of turkey, some sweet potatoes, some mac, you know, other shit. And then you have like that one family member that's just like munching down like broccoli. Not broccoli, something vegetable wise, just munching it and be like, oh, could I have more of that? Yeah, by all means, buddy, you could have a whole fucking plate. Yeah, somebody want peas, like mashed peas.
Someone's going to, well, quite a lot, 5 people could potentially get left out. So no, if it's not offered, don't ask for it. Do you break the rules when you're alone?
Don't care.
Leave a word.
You're trying to, boring as a point now. Where a little bit of was a fun. Swear. Is it ever okay to fucking swear? No, it fucking isn't. Let's be honest.
I'm cursing in casual conversation. At a dinner. At any dinner. The only time I will refrain from cursing is like when in class. Like when I was in college or high school, like I wouldn't curse. Not around my grandparents. I'm cursing. I'm cursing around the grandparents. Don't care. I curse in college. It depends on the professor. You know, most professors don't care. But you would curse in casual conversation in college. You're not like asking the teacher a question and be like, what do you think about this fucking thing? No, you just have a regular ass conversation curse. But like, that's different.
Yes.
I don't around my family. I mean, I don't know. Maybe certain family members I wouldn't curse around. But I don't know, man. I'm like 23 now. I'm like, if I'm really in a situation where I'm not allowed to curse, bro, that's like lame as hell.
People swear.
That's lame as hell.
I think if you swear all the time, again, it loses its currency.
Your mom? Yeah. What am I, 5? Yo, what? You don't curse around your mom? Yo, I am even around kids. No, if I'm like in a public setting, I'm not going to be like sailor mouth, you know, just ripping curse words. But in like a casual conversation, I'd still be like, yeah, that's fucking stupid.
If you're a Gordon Ramsay and you're swearing like,
around my mom, though, yeah, I'm cursing.
It's almost
Dude, I remember the first time, I keep pausing. I remember the first time I cursed out loud. I stubbed my toe outside and I bent down and I went, shit. And I looked around. It was in 3rd grade. I started casually cursing in like 4th grade, which might be early, but I was just I remember I thought it was cool too. I was in 3rd grade. I was like, every once in a while, I'd be like, fuck. Be like, that's badass.
Expected. And I think we tune it out. We don't hear it, which is unfortunate. If I swear in front of friends, they probably know that I'm probably quite irked because I don't necessarily swear an awful lot. Or if I'm
drunk.
I do swear, I'm sort of swearing for comedy effect. If you're swearing, and I'm thinking certain words, normally beginning with C, that people use a lot, and they sort of think it's funny. It's like, it's not that funny that often, to be perfectly honest. So use it sparingly. Is it more polite to be early or late? Well,
is it more polite to be early or late? Early. But I think being too early is weird. It's the vibe. Here, okay. An event early. You know, you got to be at a place of business, work, whatever, early. Your friend invites you over to their house. You know, come at 8. Don't show up at 7:50. That's weird. That's weird. I say that. If I tell you, hey, be here at 8, show up at 8:15. Don't show up at 8. That's weird. No. Seriously. Because if it's like somewhere where if you're like, hey, we're going to be going somewhere, show up a little early on time, late's rude. But if it's like you're getting invited to like a dinner at someone's house, show up on time, if not 10 minutes late. Yeah, fashionably late. Not too late, but don't show up early.
Depends on context.
I'm always early. Bro, it's so awkward. You know it is, too. Have you ever been the first person to show up at a friend's house at a gathering? It sucks. It sucks. You never want to be the first guy. If you're the first, I just sit in my car, that's the move. You sit in your car while somebody else shows up, and then there's more than 2 people. I think it's different. Maybe, okay, I'm just saying this is a guy thing, at least. If it's a guy hangout, and there's like 8 guys, being the first guy to show up, it's like, you know, it's now we're like a duo. It's not really a hangout. You know, you want to be like 3 people more. So it's just you and him. Now you're just talking, you know. I'm sitting here acting like that's not what would regularly happen anyway.
Text. Socially, if I said to someone, come for dinner at 7:30, what I do not want is people to be early. I would much rather someone was half an hour late than fine. Not want is people to be early.
Wait.
I would to someone come for dinner at 7:30. What I do not want is people to be early.
Yeah. Because you don't want to tell them. You tell them a time knowing they'll be like 15 minutes late, and that gives you that leeway to be like, oh, fuck, I forgot to do this. I got to get this done real quick.
I would much rather someone was half an hour late than 5 minutes early. I'm probably not ready at 7:25, but I will be ready from 7:30. For a business meeting, however, if it says it starts at 11, it means
maybe I am very proper.
Starts at 11, not you rock up at 11, go to the loo, log onto the Wi-Fi, get a tea and coffee, ready, and then sort of by about 10,
yeah, like a meeting, bro. Pull up 10 minutes early.
10 past 11, you're ready to start. So there you arrive a little bit early, ready to start at the time the meeting says. What do you do if you forget someone's name? I forget.
Never figured this one out. I'll never know. I'll never know. I just ask. No, there's a point where it's too late. You have the first day. It's like the first hour you meet somebody, you could re-ask their name. Sometimes I'm too distracted. And then it's like 8 hours hanging out with them. I don't remember their name at all. I don't remember their name. Maybe it was Mark. Maybe James. Maybe Jared or Michael. I can't really remember, you know? But it's like, fuck. Ask a friend. That's usually the play. The mutual friend that you met, you go, what's that guy's name? But there's certain times where you can't do that.
Hating people's names. I try to.
Like gyms. Like at the gym. There's people I interact with at the gym, and I don't know their name, but they know mine, and I've known them for like a year. I can't, dude, it's well past me being able to ask for their name. Well past. Like that, how rude that would be. Hey, I know I've seen you like 50 times. I don't know your name.
Keep lists of names, particularly for restaurant or places I go. But if you do forget, particularly at a party, something you'll...
Say, how do you spell their name? Oh, yeah. Linux. You go up to, hey, how do you spell your name? How do I spell Mark? Really? How do I spell Todd? That's a bad play. You're assuming that they have a complicated name, you know? If they're a guy, realistically, if they're like a random guy, they probably have like a very simple name. Ask for their Instagram. Then they go, oh, it's just my name. I've had this happen. Be like, oh, you type it in. You got to ask them to type it in.
Very good friend Bob comes over to say hello to you. You have to introduce Bob.
Ask for their Snap. Yeah, and then it's the Snap username they had when they were in 3rd grade, and it's Fluffy Banana 83. It's not even their fucking name.
And the person whose name you have forgotten, you can do one of several things. You can either go, I assume you two have met. And then hopefully they go, no, we haven't. Hello, I'm Bob. Hello, I'm Steve. And it's fine. Or you do the introduction. You go, Bob, I'd like you to meet. And you go, I'm so sorry. Please remind me of your name. Steve. No, Steve, I know your first name. I meant your last name. Jones. Steve Jones, may I introduce Bob Smith? And you do it that way round. It's a complete bluff. Steve might clock to what you're doing, But again, he doesn't have to flag that he knows what was happening there. What are the best biscuits for dipping?
Oh, who gives a fuck?
How has social media impacted etiquette?
What are the best biscuits for dipping? That's a dumb question.
Big time. Etiquette has to reflect and adapt to the society that is around us. Otherwise, etiquette would not exist. And it's a shapeshifter. It constantly changes. And social media is such a big part of our lives. And etiquette is about interacting with other people. And how a lot of us interact with other people now is via using social media. I guess the thing that's springing to mind is the comment section, of which on this very video there is a comment section. And I'm saying this with love. Just because you can comment doesn't mean to say you should. They're not going to want me to say that because we want engagement. But if you've got something worthwhile to say it. But
oh, wow. Meanwhile, there's some of my chatters.
Don't say anything. If you
Hi, hello, penis, just typing random words. We're in sub only right now too. Let's unleash the goblins right now. See what they type. I'm free! And they just start fucking losing their minds. It's 6-7. It's 6-7.
You don't have anything worthwhile to say. Don't feel you need to. We don't have to have an opinion on everything. Be very boring. Should you wear shoes inside? So in some cultures, absolutely not. In Japan, for example, they're very big on removing shoes.
I think if you wear shoes inside, that's up to the house owner, or the homeowner, the apartment owner, whatever it is. You know, it's their rule. If I see shoes at the door, I'm usually taking my shoes off. I don't like to. I've said this before. I'll say it again. We're going back in sub only. I said it before. I'm saying it again. I think that taking your shoes off inside is fucking pointless, right? I would rather keep them on. I'm not going to be, rude and refuse to take my shoes off, though. Like, if somebody is like, hey, shoes off, I'm not going to be like, oh, can't do. That's a no-go for me. I'll probably take them off if I even think that it's a shoes off place.
When you go into someone's house, what
if they're dirty? Yo, what am I, walking in fucking poop? What do you mean dirty? What are your fucking shoes covered in, man?
I don't love taking
mud. Like, yeah, there's dirt on the bottom of your shoes, like little specks, man.
Off shoes when I go to someone's house, unless, of course, I've walked through a field. They're caked in mud. They are very dirty. If hosts are that worried about their carpets, their floors getting dirty, just don't invite people round. Go out to a restaurant or something. However, their house, their rule.
That's crazy he's having this take.
So if a host does want you to take off the shoes, it would be very churlish to sort of refuse to do that. If you are one of the sort of the shoes off brigade and you want your friends and family to take off their shoes, make sure there is something, for them to sit on to remove their shoes. It might be fine for a 20-year-old to sort of whip off their shoe whilst looking like a flamingo standing on one leg. But actually...
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like age is going to play a factor, too. It's a bit fucked up to be like, to an 85-year-old, like, grandma, it's a shoes off household. They're wearing, like... They're using a cane to move. Yeah, sorry, you're gonna need to take those off. Like, that's fucked. Yeah, no, if you're old, it's like, but that's also just like, I think old people could kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
An older generation might want a small perf or something to sit on, so make sure you've got one of those handy. Are Irish exits okay? No.
Love an Irish goodbye. Love an Irish goodbye. I hate when people do it to me, but dude, just leaving. just fucking leave. What? An Irish goodbye is when you just leave. Don't tell anybody you're leaving. Just walk out. Honestly, you also usually leave when nobody notices you're leaving. Be like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom real quick. Take a piss. Nobody's around near the front door. Just walk out. just fucking. You tell the host. If you're at like a party, like that's usually what it'll be. Like, if I have people over, so you ghost them? Well, no. Like, you would tell dude, it's like, say you're at a party, there's like 20 people around. I don't want to say bye to everybody. And then it's really weird, and you're like, all right, I'm leaving. And then everybody goes and looks at you. Just fucking, you walk up to the person and be like, I'm leaving. Anybody in the area you say bye to, and then you just fuck off.
Not really. I mean, the only time, I think I did one once where it was at a wedding and the couple was so paralytic. I thought even if I do say goodbye to them, there's not a hope in hell they're going to remember it. So I did just go, and my taxi had arrived and had sort of been waiting.
They were that fucked up at their own wedding?
Sufficiently long enough that I was going to start getting charged. But no, generally you do at least need to say goodbye to one, if not both of the hosts, whatever you are at. Isn't life a bit short to be worrying about these things?
Unless you're at a bar. But that's a little sketchy. If you're at a bar and you just leave, like normally my friends would tell me they're leaving if they're at a bar. Because if somebody just left, I'd be like, are they like drunk driving home? I'd be like, because usually you kind of Uber like with other people. Yeah, at a bar, it's like you're kind of in a group.
You're missing the point.
What if they get kidnapped? Yeah. Well, I also think men Irish goodbye more than women. Because it's like, that'd be like unsafe. Like if a woman just disappeared out of a group, I think other women or men in that group would be worried. They'd be like, where did this person go?
I don't think life is too short to worry about other
people that Irish goodbye. It's usually like guys. Like my friend Jay will just leave. I'll just walk out.
People's feelings. I think life isn't long enough. Do Jen's...
Or he'll walk. Dude, if I'm the host, he'll be like, I'm Irish goodbying. So it's like, it's not really an Irish goodbye, but he's only telling me that he's leaving. That's where you tell the host. You tell the host, you're like, I'm leaving. And then you just walk out.
Zed have no etiquette.
Do Gen Z have no etiquette? Chat, would you guys say you have etiquette?
I actually think Gen Z are probably more aware of how their actions impact others than generations above them. Certainly from my own experience, when I have had millennials come up to say hi to me in the street, and I am a millennial.
He went millennials.
They're quite entitled. They sort of feel as if you have to stop and talk to them, and it's sort of their right that you do that. Whereas all the Gen Z people are so cautious. They're conscious if I'm chatting to somebody already in the street, they will wait until I finish my conversation. They will come over and say, oh, I'm so sorry, would you mind if we just awfully sort of said hi or got a photo? So no, it's not all doom and gloom with Gen Z. Have you ever had...
Nah, I think that's person to person, bro. That's not generation shit. You know how many times I've ran into people that I haven't seen in a while at like a gas station, and they're like, oh, let me take this time to have a 20-minute conversation. And I'm like, bro, I gotta go. You know? If I see somebody I know, I'm just like, yo, what's up, bro? How you been? Good? Oh, awesome, bro. All right, I'll catch you. Like, fuck.
A pajama day. Yes, when I was ill in hospital. But other than that, I wear clothes.
Pajama day. Okay.
Thought you might dress up for the occasion, but there we go.
Oh! Start the car. Is lying okay to be polite? Oh, great.
Ooh. Yeah, like little white lies. Yeah. I think that's fine. Like if it's something like, does this look weird? No. You're indifferent. You know, it doesn't look weird, but it's like, you know, you kind of get what they're saying, but you just don't want to fucking have them like freak out and be like insecure about their outfit or something. No, it looks fine. Let's go.
Big question. Yeah, if it protects someone's...
You're lying to Brooke? No.
...feelings, then yes, I think it's okay to... A little white lie is fine. A small lie, nothing sort of massive. You know, that's a lovely shacket, for example. You could say, just riffing. What a lovely part of the world we're in. It's so quiet. You know, that would be fine if you want to sort of lie to protect
Why would you just randomly do that?
Feelings.
Like you're just...
but
yeah, I feel like a white lie is like somebody asks you a question and you respond with a lie to make them feel better.
I wouldn't... If it's a malicious lie, then that's when it's not...
Yeah.
Then it's not good. What is your pet peeve when it comes to etiquette? It's niche. Probably doesn't annoy many other people. When people say, you can't toast with water, it's unlucky. That was correct 500
Never heard that.
Years ago, where the water was full of cholera. We're very fortunate to live in a society, certainly in Britain and most of the Western world, where the water is absolutely fine and is not full of bacteria. If you are Muslim, Hindu, a recovering alcoholic, pregnant, on very strong antibiotics, underage, or just don't want to drink that particular evening out of personal preference, what are you going to do? You can't suddenly just have a sip of wine to be polite. You can toast with any cold drink. I wouldn't toast with tea or coffee.
Oh, toast. I thought he said taste.
But water, it's absolutely fine. And so, again, it's niche, but it's when people try to sort of say that particular rule, not realizing the origin of it. And for me, and I spend a lot of time trying to research where we get these rules from.
Yeah, no, I think that's fucked up to be like, no, you have to drink, especially if they're pregnant or an alcoholic. What? Now, I think there is something different, though, if your friend's like, if I'm out at a bar and everybody's drinking and I'm like, let's all get shots, and my friend's like, nah, I'll be like, come on, you know? Don't be lame. But if he says no again, I'll just be like, all right. Like, I'm not going to force him to drink, but I'll be like, nah, bro, come on. You're good for one, you know?
How we have ended up, that particularly annoys me because there's no logic behind it, and the rule has got to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, you can get rid of it as a rule. Should you make your bed in an hotel?
No!
Well, depends on the type of hotel you're in. I would say if you're paying for housekeeping or you've requested for housekeeping, then no, there's no need.
Why would you make your bed in a hotel?
You don't want to make your bed look like an absolute sort of bombs hit it before you go out for the day and put the please make up my room sign.
Oh my God, I don't think it cares, bro. If I'm at a going to a hotel is like shit scattered everywhere. I'm living out of the suitcase. I just have stuff and trash in a corner. Clothes are on the ground. It's like a pigsty, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, right? Because I'm only there for like 2 days.
On the door, but you don't need to do it yourself because that's part of what you're paying for. You don't get a reduction in your room rate. So, no, you don't need to make your bed. Just tidy up nicely. How should you get the waiter's attention? None of this. All that.
I kind of just stare at them until they glance my way. Like this. And then they walk towards me. I wave at them. Oh, that's rude. Yoo-hoo! You fucking wave them over. Hello! Get them to walk over.
No, oi.
No, you just stare at them.
Don't need to shout. It's simply done with...
Ooh, I have done the check. If they're far and we want to leave, I go, if they look at me, so they don't need to walk over. You know? You do that. Little pen, bring it over.
Body language. So you sort of sit up and back, eye contact, hand at the level of your eye is absolutely fine. And if they're well trained, they should come over. The main differences between the USA and Britain in terms of manners. Well, it's not all doom and gloom in America with American manners. And I think there's a lot that Brits can learn from Americans about general sort of interpersonal skills in particular. I think in America, the default setting, if an American meets a new person, is that we like you until you annoy us. Whereas in Britain, our default setting is we're a little bit suspicious of you until we get to know you. And then we warm up. Whereas in America, it's so full on, and then potentially peters off when they get to know you and think you're a bit of a twit. But I think it's probably better.
Wow, I kind of like the British thing better. You know, a little more hostile, warm up to somebody, now you fuck with them, you support them, versus like, I mean, that's just like fake. I think he's describing somebody being fake. Like somebody fucking with you and then something happens and now they don't fuck with you. Versus like, you know, I don't know you yet. Oh, now I like you. Now I'm riding with you.
To just sort of start seeing the positive in people than be a little bit suspicious and wary, which we are in Britain. And maybe that's because we're a small island nation and they're not. I don't know. What is posh? It's a great question. I mean, for a start,
rich.
You wouldn't really seriously use the word posh if you were posh. We like the term upmarket, which is a bit nicer, or smart. They're a smart couple is better. Posh is a bit naff as a word.
Joey, this guy's speaking another language.
Unless you're using it ironically. But actually, certainly in Britain, what posh doesn't necessarily mean, is not linked to money. It is a state of mind, and actually in Britain, the truly smartest people aren't as fussed about material possessions.
Where does posh come from?
Some people think that port out starve at home is the origin of posh, and that was supposedly because of...
What does posh mean? What does posh mean? Bro, posh definition. Elegant, stylishly luxurious. In a refined or upper class manner. Rich. Posh. Fancy rich.
Type of cabin that you might have on a crossing.
Elegant. I'm not using elegant. Fancy rich people. Posh.
That's been debunked.
You're 15 with a Louis Vuitton bag. You're posh.
Numerous times, so it's got nothing to do with that. We don't quite
You're a rich kid.
know where the origin of posh comes from, but we all know what it means. Is it fine to play music aloud in public? No. Again, watching videos on your phone without headphones, playing music just because you're...
Yo, guys at the gym that don't have earbuds and play music out of their iPhone. You encounter one of those. Dude, it's always somebody over 35. It's a guy every time playing fucking music out of his fucking iPhone, bro. Sitting on a bench next to him that he's not using. Yo, corded earbuds are like $1, big dog. Fucking get him. What? And then he's playing that over the gym music, because gyms always have music. So it's the gym music, and the gym music's always some bullshit radio. You know, fucking some shit that would be on like Despicable Me. Because I'm happy long if you feel like happiness. Yeah, and then he's playing fucking, you know, Drake. And you're listening to something else. So now you're hearing 3 things at once. It's horrible.
Phones can doesn't mean to say you should. I want to come up with some sort of GoFundMe type thing where we all can carry around sort of, you can't get on public transport anywhere in the UK or indeed elsewhere. But we GoFundMe where everyone has at least 5 pairs of disposable, very cheap headphones that you can just sort of pass out to people and go, would you like these? And hopefully they get the message. That would be nice. Should you wear hats indoors? Oh, great question. No. I mean, so a gentleman's hat, such as a fedora, a Homburg, a baseball cap, they are all considered accessories. So you...
A fedora? Yo, if I see somebody wearing a fedora, I think if I see anybody wearing a fedora anywhere, I'm going, yo, what the fuck? What the hell is that fashion choice? My lady, a fedora inside. Dude, the one hat that's badass that I think people wear is like that British cap. What is that called? This. Not this color, but this hat is fucking sick. I love this. If you wear that inside, who cares, bro? Yeah, flat cap, like some Peaky Blinders shit. Yeah, that's a sick-ass hat.
Remove it when you come inside. The exception to that would be hotel lobbies or department stores or lifts, because you are transiting through them. But if you are walking into a restaurant, you're walking into a friend's house, for example, an office block, that type of hat comes off. If it is a sort of...
All right, but what if you're not wearing the hat? It's kind of just like resting on top of your head. Like if you're, you know, like a 25-year-old Chad, you know? And it just kind of sits on top of your head.
Traditional lady's hat. And
you don't actually push the flat brim down.
Looking like a hat you'd wear to a wedding or to Royal Ascot. That's often plumbed into the hair. It is considered part of the whole outfit, and so they may stay on. So it depends on what type of hat, but generally...
So wearing it? No. Dude, that annoys me more than anything. What would that even be called? Where somebody wears a hat on their head, but they don't push it down? It's different if, like, your hair is just big, or you have like, what is it called, like not 4C, but like thicker hair. But like guys that have my hair that just rest the hat on top of their head, dude, there has like this. Oh my god, I found an image, hold up. Like just resting on the head. It's not like hunkered down because they don't want to fuck up their hair. Like, it's different if you have thick hair and it's like, okay, that would actually just, like, mush your hair down. But, like, dude, just having the hat rest on top of the head.
Most hats
backwards
are outdoor. They're there to protect you from the sun. There's not a lot of sun indoors. Which country has the best manners in the world?
The title of the video.
Well, I want to probably say Japan. I think they're very respectful in Japan. They're probably the only country that make the British look relaxed. I think that's probably my take on Japan.
Etiquette-wise?
And Singapore.
Or, like, manners?
Singapore, also very polite as well. It's probably not a Western country, is the answer to this question, which is quite, as a Westerner, is quite sad. What are the 3 most important things you think everyone should know or learn? You can never say please, thank you, and sorry enough. Please and thank you in particular. You need to have good eye contact when you speak with people. And you should always be more.
I struggle with that. I don't like that. I don't want somebody to have good eye contact. I want you to like glance at me. If we're having a conversation, I'm going to look at you kind of like this, and then I'm going to, say we're just, talking. This is probably kind of how I'm making conversation. I'm kind of like looking around the room. I glance at you. When you're talking, I'm looking right at you. That's how it works. If you're talking to me, I'm staring at you. If I'm and then the second I start talking, I'm probably going to glance, back and forth. And that's what everybody does, I feel.
More interested in other people than interested in yourself. What's the politest way to end a conversation you don't want to be in? If it's a group of people, it's very easy.
I have to go. Bye.
Just to sort of go, basically. I mean, I would sort of just say, I'll see you all later, and off you go. And the conversation can continue, or I'll be back in a minute. That's fine, even if you're not. But if you're talking with just one person, it's quite difficult. Ideally, I mean, we've all been that person at a party with no one to talk to. Nobody likes it. So try to introduce them to someone else before you exit the conversation. That's always better.
Bro, the worst is when you're trying to leave. That's why the Irish goodbye is the patent pending method, bro. You're trying to leave, and then they rope you into a conversation. And then you're talking, and I'm, like, actively walking away from them, and they kind of inch towards me, and we're still talking. And it's like, let's wrap it up. And it's I'm not, like, obviously I don't want to cut the conversation just at a hard stop, but it's like, let's kind of fast track this to, like, a goodbye rather than, we're just talking for the next 35 minutes.
Should you laugh if you didn't understand the joke? It is polite to give people the...
I laugh a lot when I don't hear the joke, because I'm somebody that'll be like, what'd you say? 5 times. The first time because I didn't hear you. The second time because I wasn't paying attention. The third time because I didn't hear you. The fourth time, I didn't really understand what you're saying. And the fifth time, I didn't hear you again. So I just go, yeah. And I'll laugh. And that's a risky play sometimes because you kind of just do a emotional reaction off of their emotion. But, like, you could really fuck that up. You don't, especially if it's like a really loud area, you don't know what they're saying. So if you're just like, oh yeah, they're like, dude, I just told you my mom died. Oh.
Reaction they sort of want. If you understand why they think it is funny, I think it's okay to laugh. But you obviously don't want to laugh at something that you don't sort of understand in case you get asked a follow-up question, or in case it's offensive and you're actually laughing at something that's not really meant to be funny, but someone thinks it is. I always remember my late grandmother would cut out cartoons from the Times that she would find funny, and she would bring them when she would come for dinner and sort of show my parents.
Yeah, no, you give old people pity laughs, bro. Before my grandpa died, he would tell the worst jokes of all time, but I would just I would chuckle at him, Because it was funny for his time. It was funny in the fucking 1940s, man. It's like, he would make a joke. It wasn't offensive, but it was something that's like, it was like a joke about, he would say, optimistic person says the glass is half full. Pessimistic person, it's half empty. The engineer says it's a design flaw. He would tell me that joke. That shit's not funny. That shit's not funny. That's like, and he would laugh. Like, and I would just go, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I got it. I would have to sit there and be like, I get it. I get it. Yeah. And then we would move on. Because I'm not going to be an ass and not laugh, but you're laughing. Well, because, and I loved him for telling those stupid jokes, but it's like, they weren't funny.
And my brother and me.
Explain it. Explain the joke. What? Like when you laugh? Oh my God, that's fuck to do. What, you laugh at a joke and then they hit you with you thought it was funny? Yeah. Explain it. Why is it funny? That's a method that Brooke will do to people that make like really like just sexist jokes. You just go, explain it. Explain, why is it funny? And then they have to go, oh, because women can't drive or something like that. And then it's like, all right, now it kind of defeats the joke because it's like now you're outwardly just saying like, oh, it's funny because of this. And it's just like the most surface level lame fucking like chud joke.
And James and I didn't really find them very funny, but we sort of go, oh, that's very funny. That's excellent. And my parents just go, well, I don't really get it. And Granny looked so upset. And I remember saying to
my granddad used to tell me Nazi stories all the time. He was actually weird, bro. What? Like he was telling you stories from the war? What do you mean?
Parents, just laugh. Just give her a little laugh. So I think sometimes it's okay to politely laugh in the interests of good manners.
There was a young lady of 18.
All right. Well, that was a fun video. Love this dude. Heard him on the radio lots of times over the year. Heard him on the radio. Who's tuning into the fucking radio anymore? Jesus.